And I'm excited to get going here, Nilly. Are you...
I'm in it at 10 seconds.
Yeah, same here. Perfect. Completely synchronized. We're basically the same person now. And
I wish.
ready to go. Here we are, 3DB. And TheMista, one of the favorites to make it through to the main event. I think maybe some of the other favorites were eliminated along the way, aka my Canadian brethren, Magic and Wham. But B is actually here. What's the seed again on B?
B is seed 7.
7, okay. And Mista is seed 1,
1,
right?
correct.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty high level game here. Mista falling last time, but it felt like he had a really solid performance falling against Vortex there, if I remember correctly. And it felt like it's still very, very high level. Some unfortunate things for him there. And we saw him as one of the two favorites together with Lucifron to go through. Lucifron made it through earlier today, and now it might be Mista's time. But B, pretty strong performances in the Winner Stays On series, beating Hera and beating Doubt this week.
I think he was in one of them earlier too, or maybe he was in Winter Series as well. I remember casting him in a couple back in December and November. He's been a pretty prominent figure so far in Age of Empires 4, but I don't think he's actually gotten to the semis of anything. Has he made a run in any of the big tournaments yet?
Not really. He also had a really crazy game that kind of made us famous in one of the early tournaments against Jordan, where he played English and completely stonewalled the map over and over again, deleted those stone walls, and sent his longbows on top. And it was the most annoying game against Jordan ever.
Yeah. So what's the strategy here? English against French. From the English perspective, what's your win condition?
Your win condition is to go for lots of aggression early on, go for a longbowman, add some spearmen to deal with the royal knights of the opponent, potentially deal with the horsemen if you can pressure his gold, and then simply keep the military count of the opponent down and try to keep the opponent honest, always keep the opponent on their toes, not allow counterattacks with the knights.
I think it's pretty fortunate here for B. Look at that gold placement. Way at the back there. And it feels like even if he just, maybe makes a wall to the north of that gold and then secures it a little bit on the left side, he can protect that for a very long time. You were talking about the early aggression going after the gold. It may not be possible if he sets it up correctly.
Yeah. Mista actually goes for a different approach here. 4 on gold. Normally, after clicking up to the next stage, people pull villagers away from gold. So what we will see here is Mista dropping a mill pretty soon and then go for wheelbarrow. So pretty economic approach.
Lots of sheep coming in for both players. We have a double scout opening there from Mista. And was it only one scout? No, double scout as well from B. Okay.
Quite untypical that English is going for double scout as well. Most of the time French love to do it, want to have cavalry anyways. English really good with going for farms, so don't feel too forced. And look at that, 151 gold, perfectly lining up for wheelbarrow, costing 150 gold.
I like how the English villagers say Hera.
Do they?
Yeah. Hera. You don't hear it?
I clicked 8 different villagers, not a single one said Hera.
Well, they say it not when you click them. Sometimes they just yell it, They're calling him back, Nilly.
Maybe they want Hera for N4C.
It's the devs' fault, man. It's the devs' fault. They're trying to influence you.
Yeah, maybe.
Too soon.
Too soon. Okay, Mista.
So there's the mill. And no wheelbarrow yet.
Yeah, but it's a bit weird. Has to be flying in any second. That build order only makes sense if you go for wheelbarrow. Clicks it now. 5 seconds late. No biggie. On the other side, B should be playing the first knights here. Not really in the queue, though. Bit surprised.
And not in the queue. Maybe he wants to play a little bit more defensively because his gold is back there. Oh, no. He queues up 1 now. Okay. Just a little bit late.
Okay, it doesn't.
And there's the barracks from Mista.
Okay, makes lots of sense. Very compact base here, we have to say. Look at that, how he builds everything kind of in a block here. And then the farm's probably behind it. Could also go for a nice CC spot next to the stone later on, maybe advancing to Castle Age. And we'll have a good idea about the gold. And actually, one villager really low on the gold there, 10 HP. Think I would like a micro back there.
Yeah, I think that villager should probably maybe work on the stuff underneath the TC instead and replace it with someone else, because Mista definitely knows it's there. He's been targeting it this whole time, but the knight is now coming over from B to try and clear up these scouts, and they loop back once more. Mista wants that Vil. He smells blood, Nilly, and the knight does not know where the scouts are.
Oh, and look at that. Villager's now being pulled
she's
away.
Going back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice, nice. Okay, good job there. And, well, first farm's being dropped at home. Look at that. Different approach by Mista. He actually goes for suboptimal farms in the placement, but he can squeeze 10 farms around the mill with the influence compared to 8.
With his base setup here, like his entire economy, if he gets a few spearmen on that wood line, it's going to be so hard for the knights to get any value here. Because it's so compact.
Yeah. 3 spearmen will be really tricky. And now we get a stable. What? Dave. Double stable from English.
Double stable horseman. Oh my goodness. Horseman play here?
And B sees one. B sees a stable.
Oh. Does he see both of them though? He only sees one?
He will already be confused by one, let alone 2 stables.
Yep.
So weird. And the farm placement, that is completely intentional by Mista. Not sure if I like it that much though. B, did he got the... No exploration on the second stable. Will be really weird. So will be like full spearman plus horseman? Not really your typical English play.
If you're gonna do this, why not do Abbey of Kings then?
Mind games.
Like why go for the Council Hall, right?
Yeah, probably for mind games. It's simply like to not really show your opponent what's going on, and I think it's just revealing too much. Then the opponent's simply opening barracks, and you're not going to achieve too much.
And Blacksmith now coming from B, so he's gonna go into archers here. And he's still producing some Royal Knights. Chivalry is on the way, and he goes for a blacksmith. So no barracks yet for B, which means he won't have the spearmen right away to counter these horsemen.
How many horsemen will we get, though? Will take some time. Farm count not that crazy. Still interesting placement. I always would go like 8 around. I simply think you are like losing efficiency, and those farmers will work till the end of the game. I think you want to have them as close as possible.
That's a good point, Sokarash. Mista is a farmer.
Yeah, he knows his stuff.
He should know. He should know about farming.
Man, that's honestly something that was one of the best things about NACs, and something that I really will most likely enjoy with N4C. The farming, exactly, yeah. To get to know those people a bit more and get their in and outs and really learn like how they think, what they are like.
All right, so 4 horsemen built up. He's still got a bunch in the queue. Neither player really banking resources at the moment, and still I don't see a barracks from B yet.
It's weird, right? If it's full horsemen all in.
He only sees he still only saw the one stable. He didn't see the second one. So he might not be concerned. He might think that he can just counter it with his knights, right?
I'm just kind of on the hunt for that one scout. Could maybe get away. B actually attacks from maximum distance, but Mista not reacting in time and loses his scouts.
There's quite a few spearmen there, though, from Mista, so B's going to have to run away, and that means that his knights are out of position, and the horsemen are looping to the north side. They may be able to catch those archers out, as they're kind of protecting the berries at the north of B's base. The archer's going back to the base now, though. He should be safe for the time being. Horseman does Mista know about that area up there. He does not, but he's going to find out right now.
Okay, instant reaction. Nice job by B here. Archers still very defensively, and this is untypical for French, right? Heavily on berries, everything really compact at home. Not really
Second
on
barracks
deer
now
at
for
all.
Mista.
Okay, that's a field
Spearman,
roll in there.
horseman, spam. Let's go. I like it.
Spearman Horseman, yeah, not on gold at all. Now sends 2 on gold, so maybe Man at Arm squeezed in a bit later as well. But I think Horseman Spearman should do pretty well.
Yeah, until the numbers get higher, right? I think at low numbers of units, they're fine where the horsemen can pick off the archers, but as soon as you get that big mass, then you might start running into problems, especially with the Royal Knights to cover in the front. It's just whether B can get there. I mean, Mista is looking to do damage now, and he's sending the spearmen along with the horsemen this time. So at the moment, B's going to have to be really careful because the archer number is still pretty low.
Okay, Horseman trying to find something at the right-hand side, but too close to the town center. Army at the left-hand side, that will be 5 villagers. And I think Mista can take down that tower, but I think B's army is too close. Yeah, I think you have to retreat here.
Yeah, but Mista's getting some decent raids over on the right side while that's going on. Oh, he didn't even kill that villager, Nilly. It's 2 HP. It's still on the berries. Oh, man. Thought for sure that was going to go down.
Mista getting pushed back quite a bit here. Spearmen have to run. Royal Knights just guarding this area, threatening the attack a bit. We'll get some hits, and Spearmen, yet they can't really take the fight because archers will just slaughter them.
Oh, I love this from Mista. He baited the army on the right back into his spearmen. He notices in time, though, he's going to pull it away. The army in the north still dying up there. Spearman count getting pretty low. But there's 2 big armies on the field from Mista and only 1 big army from B.
Is it such a big army anymore? Honestly, like 3 spearmen there. Now 2 new spearmen are coming over. Some horsemen trying to find some engagements. But that was a lot of losses. And without really returning anything. I think maybe Mista taking a losing fight might have been better there. But now the horsemen debated the knights quite nicely. And all the archers are out of position.
Yep. This is the issue, right? The knights go in trying to chase the horsemen. And the archers are out of position. And the horsemen get a lot of good picks. And once the archers are down, the spearmen have free reign over those knights, and the production continues to come in from Mista. More horsemen flying in, but B manages to save his archer numbers. Meanwhile, on the right side, knights being cleared up by Mista, but he lost most of his army to the town center.
Oy, 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 oy. Macro tricky in those situations, and yeah, Mista could have taken a beautiful fight if he only had like 3-4 more spearmen that could deal with those royal knights, but they're just so happy.
Udiko is looking so much better for Mista too. Like, just in general. I mean, B ran out of the berries. He doesn't really have anything under his TCs. Just got the berries in the north there. And now he's even stretching himself a little bit out to the front for those berries in the middle and going for the deer as well. These are exposed areas that he needs to protect, Nilly. Meanwhile, we look at Mista's base, and it's just beautiful farms.
True farmer. True farmer. Blacksmith now for Mista as well. And B, he is expanding, but also building 4 towers.
Look at the raid at the north. This is what I'm talking about. Like, he needs to protect 3 different areas away from his base. And his, like, solitary outposts aren't going to do it.
Let's take a look. Horseman, not really getting focused down the correct one. Let's see, 1 horseman down, 2nd horseman down, and now only 5 doing the damage output. Where are the knights? Why are there no knights helping out?
Because he was waiting until the outpost was complete in the middle. There was 2 outposts going up to protect his villagers, and he was waiting around there expecting an attack to come down the center. And it comes in the north, and Mista is just dividing B's attention right now. B does... I will say, B is building up quite a few knights, though, so it's getting a little bit dicey. He's got 2 in the north, 4 on the left, another 4 on the right.
If you show me the base of Mista and ask me the elo, I
AI?
probably wouldn't say 4 digits. This looks...
The beautiful farm AI.
Oh man, the positioning there. But yeah, all actually made sense. He hit those buildings quite nicely, tougher to scout those, so really nice choices. And now moves out, and those archers are out of position again. Knights only now joining the party.
That's a lot of knights, though. And I think there's more on the way from the left side. Yes, there is. More horsemen, though, from Mista. And Mista trying to get in close with those archers. He does. The knights need to retreat now. There was too many spearmen. Archer's trying to micro down the spearman. B's doing a decent job here, but he'll need to pull away at the end of the day.
Oh, just imagine B having some spearman mixed in there as well. After you see a knight now getting trapped. Nice one for Mr. And now lots of pressure. And as we mentioned earlier, B expanding to quite a lot of free food resources, but they need to be protected.
Uh-oh, the gold. Gold from Mista. Does he notice in time? Yeah, he notices, loses one villager. He also lost a vill building an outpost on the left side, in the left middle, while that fight was going on. Add some more spearmen to take out the knights, and B coming forward with villagers. What is he looking for?
Oh, might have been a misclick. Maybe he pulled some army. Maybe clicked something like the select all units on the screen key and villagers were still in there. But look at that. Archers now taking quite some losses against the horsemen.
Yeah, they're just dwindling, right? It feels like he's not producing that many. It's just one at a time coming across the map. Meanwhile, the production for Mista is crazy, and the spearmen getting close with the knights. The horsemen are still getting attacks there. The knights for B are going down, and Mista still has production coming across the map from double barracks and double stable. Ooh. Actually, triple barracks now.
Triple barracks, double stable, not using the council hall at all. Now really solid on the gold end as well. Maybe some more farmers, maybe even a fourth mill could be an option, but certainly has to be happy how he is forcing B away from those deer.
I mean, B might be thinking, I'm not going to add spearmen because I know he has the council hall, right? If I add spearmen, he's going to be able to counter it easily enough with fast production from that.
Yeah, maybe. We have actually all feudal upgrades for B here out of the blacksmith. While Mr. is only getting the armor now, had the attack for his melee units. Solid in food.
Do you think Mr. should think about going up now? Look at it, like the income per minute is really good.
Yeah. He only needs to idle less than a minute to go up, but let's continues to queue up even more. So he says no for now. But 13 on gold, that doesn't make a lot of sense. All his units not costing gold.
Okay, horsemen once again dividing the attention from B's, chasing with the knights. Mista trying to set up another outpost in that stealth forest, and he runs away again with the horsemen, and B is in just full reaction mode here. He can't really think about a full-on push because there's so many different armies hitting him every single time he comes forward.
Let's take a look how this is going to develop from here. 86 population, 55 villagers, 32. So B is solid. 5 villagers ahead, but half the army count. Obviously, Royal Knight's really nice. All the towers could help him out, so he can cut some corners, but not really developing towards Castle Age either here.
Okay, archers are forward there from B. He's got to make sure he doesn't get them too far out of position. Keep them near the Royal Knights, and the Royal Knights trying to debate those spearmen back into the archers as they slide their way across the map. And Mista has a lot of res in the bank, Nilly.
Okay, let's take a look at that.
There it is.
Oh,
King's Palace.
King's Palace, and he is building it next to the gold. Yeah, indeed. Makes sense. Likely next angle of attack. Now continues to retreat. Archer's doing okay here. Mista, maybe attack switch? Or what's the plan here? I think just upgrading your units alone could be good enough. I don't think actually men-at-arms are that crazy in this spot.
I think the mobility of the horsemen's really been helping him. And as long as you're fighting against a feudal age army and you can run in against the archers like this, it should work. But that's good positioning from B to get in the middle of his knights. Still, a lot of spearmen coming in, and the knights are losing HP here. Even if he wins this fight, Miss is going to have production closer to that, and he doesn't win that fight. He's going to back up. He lost a lot of knights there, and he's going to be in full defense mode now.
Horsemen chasing those down, and that resets the archer count pretty much. Mista now needs to retreat as well, though. First upgrade that he goes for is the veteran spearman upgrade, and he goes for lancers instead of horsemen.
Lancers uses mobility a little bit. Maybe use the first, since you won such a big fight there, defending with spearmen. You have the King's Palace to fall back to. Maybe send the first few lancers in to raid the economy or try and find some picks.
Let's take a look. Waypoint is towards the army. Maybe doesn't want to idle his gold and come there. And yeah, just seems like even a third stable being added. Mr. really on point adding production.
Okay, there's the first Lancers on the field. Or Knights, sorry, not Lancers.
The other side, now some more farms being added. Another stable added as well. So production here, still full Archer and Knight. B stays in Fuel Age. A bit surprising to me. Like, he could have backed off. I think just cancelling all those units, he could have been up to Castle Age as well. Oh, that's exactly what he's doing now. Cancelled everything. 200 foot away from clicking. Oh, but right-hand side, Dave. Low HP villager, only 4. Instant reaction again, though. Be really on point dealing with those raids.
He's been really good about that all game. I think a lot of other players with all the raids against all the areas he needs to focus on would have lost 4 or 5 villagers by now, but he saved a bunch of them. Still, that outpost will go down. The villagers will pop out. And he's busy chasing the Knights of Blue with his own Knights and still trying to protect that center area as he forces down the Institute.
Okay, villagers. Oh, the Knight's missing at the right-hand side, so those builds are going down. Left-hand side tower falls as well. Lancers taking good fight against the Archers, a bit out of position. And B simply never really got into the Knight numbers, it felt.
What was hard for him, right? I think he really had to focus on getting his food eco rolling. Because for a very long time, he was struggling. He was going to all these different areas of the map, setting up outposts. Villagers were idle during raids. I think the production was a big, or lack thereof, was a big deal in the feudal age for him.
Potentially. Royal Institute. Love to see that more. Can we afford anything here for B? Has a lot of floating resources, and look at that. Goes for Royal Bloodlines. 35% extra HP on those Knights. Knight number right now at 9. Feels a bit underwhelming.
I'd like to see a few more raids here from Mista. It's kind of tracking the army in the middle, and now he's sending the Knights over to the gold, looking for some damage. Once again, though, B is right on top of it.
Okay, what can we see now? B... Seems like Royal Bloodlines will still take a solid 50 seconds. How long is this upgrade? 1.5 minutes. Another Knight finds a raid at the top. Fight in the center, not looking too hot for the Archers. And Mista, look at that. He's attacking at like 5 different angles right now. What's happening? That's the craziest raid, honestly. Honestly, like 5 different angles.
Yep. Yeah, it's so hard to focus, even though B's been so good this game saving villagers. I mean, Knight at the back, Knight at the left, Knight at the right, another Knight over on the outpost on the left, but B defends against all of them nearly. I think he lost 1 villager there. Oh, he's going to lose a couple more here. Okay.
Yeah, but
loses 2 more on the left side.
B not looking too hot there. B sitting now at 4 military. What happened?
Well, look in the middle.
The
bodies. Big fight while we were paying attention to the raids. Yikes.
Oh, and more villagers going down. Mista just so good at distracting B here. Over and over again. So many raids came in. And Spearmen going further forward. More Knights trying to run away. Towers are helping out. But even with 310 HP, you're looking good if you weren't facing pure Spearmen here.
Yeah. I think Mist has just done a really great job this game controlling the flow. Of where the units need to go. I mean, B is responding constantly to the raids. Another big raid comes in, and B doesn't have the army to deal with that. The Knights in the farming eco, like, that is devastating. All the villagers leave there. Knight's getting a few picks, and B needs to bring everything back
I think
to answer this.
You could even stay under the town center there. No, actually enough Knights to deal with this now. Thought you could force some more idle time. 12 villagers idle, 52 in total. Oh god, he's so active.
Yep. And like I said, he's controlling the flow. He knows exactly where B needs to engage. And when he does that, he simply pulls back the main army, doesn't take the big fight that B wants, and then raids on the sides, waits for B to send reinforcements, and then he takes the fight when he has the numbers advantage in the middle. Really great stuff from Mista. Of course, he's going to take this game, completely dictating the pace, the flow, the direction of that game. Great stuff.
English without a single longbowman.
Yep.
He makes it work. Crazy food economy, and obviously the long feudal age really works out. You don't need to expand. You got the early wheelbarrow as well, so food income is just crazy for you. And then double stable, triple barracks, and French didn't really find the answer to it.
I mean, that was really fun to see. That was interesting to see. Just you could tell it was purely planned out there from Mista. He went onto the farms early with wheelbarrow, lots of farms early, and then double stable with 1 barracks. And then adds, of course, the 2 barracks follow-up. And I think B kind of helped him in that he expanded so much into the outskirts, looking for the berries, looking for the deer, and gave Mista lots of areas to hit with the horsemen.
Just think about like the full horseman spearman play. If you face a French player that goes for like 12 defensive farms and like walls off some areas, it's basically impossible to really do damage against it.
Yeah, especially with that gold spot that B had in the back, right? Like if he had made a wall between the edge of the map and that wood line and then farmed up a little bit behind, the horsemen suddenly can't really utilize their mobility, and you're taking fights horsemen against knights. And your spearmen might be a little bit more exposed for the archers to go after. So great play from Mista, though. Really dictating everything that game.
Yeah, I was impressed. And that was some real nice play by him. Not a single longbow, man. And yeah, you were probably right. Like, spearman feels so natural. But then you're allowing the English opponent to go for longbow man, which we thought he wanted to go for initially.
Well, it's probably in the back of B's mind the entire time, right? Longbowman living rent-free in the attic. Fucking subsidized housing right there.
Tricky Spotterino. So now B's home map. What did he pick, by the way? Lipany, the Nubi River, and Mongolian Heights. Okay. I like that. Lipany will be up next with a not started draft. So we'll take us full 5 minutes after this one even.
Ooh, I got a draft link. Oh my god.
By the way, you know that I drink like 2 liters of Pepsi Max
water.
Cherry per day? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm mixing it up with Pepsi Max Citrus. And it's so refreshing.
What?
My life improved by 0.7%.
You say that again? What are you mixing what with?
Pepsi Max. No, I'm not mixing it together. I'm just like in addition to Pepsi Max Cherry, I'm also drinking Pepsi Max Lemon. I don't mix both in the same glass.
Bro, there is no such thing as a Pepsi Max Lemon. This isn't... Dude, what kind of weird flavor is that?
It's not as good as Pepsi Max Mint, which is the best, but not available in Germany.
It's a soda flavor, Nilly. It's not chemistry class, all right? Some things should not be mixed together. Pepsi and citrus? No.
Why not?
Because I shouldn't have to explain it to you.
Ooh, what I can explain to you is that we see a civilization that we didn't see enough of, but that we saw today already and won.
China?
Chinese against Abbasid will be our next matchup on
And
Lipany.
according to Grubby, you know, civs don't have to... Just because it's worse than all the other civs doesn't mean that it's bad. Spoken like a man with a room full of participation medals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's solid. That's solid. He participated in a lot of tournaments. That's true. Okay, they really take some time between like game 1 and 2. I'm a bit surprised. Normally, people jump into it a bit quicker there, but well, taking some rest. Obviously, long set ahead of them potentially. And Mr. apparently needed a small break. I heard he's a heavy smoker. And that would be interesting at the apartment. Needy rules won't allow smoking between games.
How's Overlay Guy gonna survive?
He like, this is his best workout, right? NACs. When he was constantly going up, down and up the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
No. No.
Maybe he can vape? I don't think vaping would be allowed in there either.
I would
right?
be surprised.
Yeah.
Shisha is okay.
Doubt's not even gonna be there.
Oh, yeah, like that would be so good if like Viper and I smoke shisha and send out pictures. Oh.
I was watching AoE 2 on the side while I was watching the earlier games today, and MBL was playing in a game with Aftermath.
Okay.
And he was doing a World of Warcraft raid at the same time.
What?
No joke. Kept tapping out. Tournament game against Denmark.
Oh, really? Tournament game?
Yeah.
Even? Okay. Ay.
Classic.
Classic indeed. Oh, MBL was so crazy. I really enjoyed when he was still trying to make like chess happen while playing Age of Empires and then tabbing in and out and always screwed up both. That was really enjoyable.
No! Like throwing away his queen every single time. And then he went, I think he was playing like 2-minute chess, I think, with the time limit, and then his rating dropped down. He's like, no, 1 minute, we go 1 minute.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
People
he doesn't
think too long
about his move, really,
yeah,
right? He just moves and hopes the opponent runs out of time.
Ah, that's how he rolls. Okay.
No, that's the trick, dude.
Like, how many people? Like, a lot of games are ending at the 1 minute, like what those 1 minute or 30-second games due to time. No.
Yeah. That's like all his wins. Yeah. People running out of time.
Okay.
It's a bold strategy.
Is he good at the late game? When the timer's down to 10 seconds?
He probably just spams trash.
Trash moves. Oh, repetition.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Abbasid against Chinese. I like it. It's a good sim matchup. What's the map again?
It's Lipany.
Lipany, okay.
Relatively similar to Arabia. Only that it has some stealth forest. 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Apparently, Mr. needed a longer pause. Luckily, we are well ahead of schedule. And yeah, they're starting the set like 70 or 80 minutes early. So, all good in the hood. Obviously, we're trying to keep pauses a bit shorter in the main event there. And we'll have obviously great casters to give us some entertainment there.
Who are those?
Grubby and Aussie Drongo. And me.
Okay.
And future cameraman. Future observer. What do you think would be your best trade as an observer? I thought so as well.
I feel like my best trait as an observer is that I'm not very photogenic, and you're never showing the observer on webcam.
Okay. Wasn't there a small like Mapu documentary during Red Bull 5? I thought they showed his work for like 1 minute or something. I heard that. I either was casting or preparing something, but I heard or read that people really enjoyed that. I never saw it.
There was no Small Dave documentary.
You were on screen for multiple hours.
Okay. I still would have liked like an emotional, piece about me. Like
Okay.
how I came up from the tough streets of Canada to be an Age of Empires 2 content creator.
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
I was born. And everyone like getting to tears.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mappu did the observing from like a closet. Yeah. Yeah. He was in with the tech guys, and it was very warm in there. Very warm.
Special observer highlight for N4C. Maybe
Yeah.
we do that, yeah. Yeah, Vodka is not observing this qualifier, no. He is only observing the main event. He actually played in the qualifier and made it into, I think, the round of 32 twice. Oh no, not round of 32, 48, I believe.
What would have happened if he actually made it in? Would you find another observer?
Yeah, I would have found
we
another
do
observer,
point of
yeah.
view for his game.
No, I would have found another observer that he can fully focus on playing, yeah. I think I like this observing, and I think like being a high level player makes observing easier. But I think we could have trained someone. I think if I have someone and teach them for 4 hours, I think we get a solid observer out of that. Yeah.
So, Leenock played Abbasid and he played Chinese. Both of them in his set earlier, right? I believe the first game on Arabia, he was Abbasid against French.
Yeah.
Okay. And he played the double TC with that. And then with the Chinese, he played into the Dynasty, right?
Yeah, Dynasty and
An
then
economic approach again. So I wonder if Mista is going to try and punish that with some early aggression, or does he go into Horseman as Abbasid, try and hit the Chinese? Is B going for economic approach? Is he going for early pressure? What's the plan? What do you predict?
The thing is, we saw that in Altai, that Chinese played so defensively and took the economic approach.
True. Yeah.
On Lipany, that's going to be tougher in the sense it's tougher to wall. It's likely that your resources are not like all clumped up in one single screen and one small wall, and the Barbican can protect everything. So I would assume Chinese have to play more aggressively here. The question is Mr. going for the full greed, extra town center? Or do we like play a really long feudal age? And then the question is, if B doesn't get to the Song Dynasty, we are actually not looking too great with China right now.
Yep. Yeah, especially if Abbasid get that second TC down first, right? Which they like to do. All right, 5 seconds. 5 seconds until we're in here to game number 2, folks. This is a best of 7 between B and Mista. Mista winning that first game, of course. And here we are. We are playing on Lipany. And we have an Abbasid versus Chinese matchup. Not one that you see very often in these qualifiers. So it'll be interesting to pay attention to what they're doing here.
Yeah, certainly. Let's see, Mr. I think he played that one against Vortex as well and tried to, well, go for some camera archers if I remember correctly. But that was in a different matchup, and we will see China now play with the mill approach. Imperial Official could follow this one up pretty soon to get to some of that extra gold. Actually, a relatively early lumber camp here before the Imperial Official, which is a bit surprising to me.
And Mista went forward with that scout. He actually missed all 4 sheep at the back of his base, but he's grabbed so many from the side. So he's bringing back, what is that, 6 sheep right now? And he's going to have the 4 at the back that are basically free if he sends his scout that way.
Ooh. Okay, nice.
Good start.
Okay, yeah, we'll easily find those in the back as well. Is he going for that? Mr. sees one. Not the most conservative approach, more greedy. And B, is he maybe getting behind the opponent's base? He might actually pick those off.
Oh, man, that is a big herd of deer to the south of Mista's TC.
Yeah, it's the 2 7-packs close together.
That dude is a baller. That male right there in the middle, alpha. Look at how many. Look.
Female deer.
Yeah. What do they call that anyway?
Female
Like do they call it? Like, no, not the female deer. Like the group of deer that follows after a buck. Do we know what they call it? It's called something. I can't remember. A harem? It's not a harem. I don't think so. Deersome? Okay, we'll go with Deersome. And all the sheep are found by B. Mista did not take any of the sheep behind his TC, so he's only going to get the ones he found in the south.
Herd? Okay. I think there's also a really weird one. I think those are called like collective pronouns or something, right? Like a flock of birds, a group of fish and such.
A murder of crows.
Ah, okay.
A giga chat of AoE casters.
And I think there's something, I don't remember what it was for. Maybe penguins or something. It's called an embarrassment of penguins.
I think a group of baboons is called a parliament, which is weirdly which is actually weirdly appropriate.
Okay. So maybe someone can find out what
Yeah.
we had with the embarrassment, because I actually like that one quite a bit. So Mista, not on stone, 125 gold soon, and then the big question is what he wants to go for. Still no mill either. So we have seen lots of different approaches, and now the full transition here. Overmind a bit on that gold, not the worst thing ever though. Plus 15. Now 5 on stone. So what will be the extra TC play? Big question is, how will Chinese try to punish that? An embarrassment of pandas. Ah, yeah. Panda bears. Yeah. Embarrassment of panda bears. Nice. Thanks, chat.
I'd be embarrassed to be a panda.
Well,
Have you seen them mark their territory?
no. How do they
They do an
that?
upside. They do a handstand up against a tree to pee on the tree, so they
That's
can pee
how-
high on the tree.
That's how Dao does it.
Oh, that's how dope. Okay.
What is happening here, B? He's only now going to fuel age. How is that that's the slowest fuel age ever? This is a Barbican of the Sunrush. 9 villagers.
Oh, yeah, he's sending the villagers forward. Oh my god, where is he gonna set this up? The barracks is going up right now from Mista. I don't think Mista can stop this.
Can pull villagers against it.
It's gotta be on the wood line, right? But you can just reposition that, I think.
But Chinese, like, are you pressuring the starting to see here, Mista? Does he see it? He has no idea. Archery range
God.
now, and Barbican is coming.
There it is. And now he sees it. He's got to be like, excuse me?
Okay, well, that Barbican is going up here for sure. Berries have to be pushed away, and that also means all the sheep that he killed on the TC probably not really something you can go for anymore. Thing is, with the Barbican, you cannot target, right? So technically, especially Abbasid can build a ram early on. So one archer could build a ram now.
Yeah, and it's not like they can really... The villagers can engage against the ram because it's going to be within range of the town center, right?
Yeah. I'm actually not sure if that's going to work. But
Still, Mista does not... He has the stone, but he doesn't really have the wood yet for a town center. So he's forced to make another lumber camp over there a little bit further north. And there's an outpost from B. B is trying to deny the wood right now. And Mista going into a stable as well. So second town center is not close. He's going to have to find himself some more wood.
remember, those towers instantly... Hand cannon slits here, interesting. Plus building those towers way quicker. B with a tower rush after Barbican of the Sunrush. Really interesting move. Now villagers being pulled here against that tower. I think that one could still go up. Villagers typically not doing the greatest damage against other villagers, but an archer joining.
Yeah, this tower's going up, though. Maybe one villager dies here. Yeah, only one villager dead, and the scouts are coming over now. He's hunting with those scouts and figuring out exactly where Mista is going. I think making the stable there for Mista was a mistake. I think he needed that second town center on another wood line.
But isn't that easily towered again, then? It just felt like a ram could have been so good to deal with that front aggression. And then he can take out tower after tower. Just feels like 1-2 horsemen won't really add too much. But so easy for us to say.
Yeah. Mista not producing from that stable at all, and another outpost going on in that main gold. Soon, his town center is going to be completely surrounded, Nilly. This is not looking good for him. He's all over the place with resources. Fortunately, he does have a couple archers, which kind of deny the future outposts coming down, but all the pressure right now on Mista, and B is not troubled in terms of his economy at home. To be fair, he did send a lot of his economy forward, though.
Oh, Mr. now with the defensive stone walls here. Maybe wants to go for stone wall tower, trying to stop this one. Indeed, that's his choice. Will be interesting. Low HP villagers, really low. At least one goes down.
Yeah, one down there. Maybe a second follows here. Can this tower go up? It seems like no, right?
Oh, one archer will go down in exchange, and I think only one archer might not be enough, and the tower goes up, but only after losing another villager.
And the tower from Mista isn't up yet.
Uh-oh.
He's using all of his villagers to take out that outpost foundation on the right side. Vill's now on the wall, though, and they are working on that tower. Villager from B running away. Mista not able to get that. And Mista will finally have a position that will be secure. And it's basically the berries, and that's it.
Oh, and yeah, that Stonewall Tower obviously so good. I think only does... Oh no, does 10 damage against the tower. Okay. Still will
Mista's
take
still on
quite some.
stone, and Mista has a decent amount of wood. And now he goes for a ram.
Was a really big investment for B though. Let's take a look. 24 villagers for B, 29 for TheMista. And lots of villagers in the queue. Lots of food already gathered as well. Maybe could have sent some more onto Woodline. Could maybe still think about the second TC. What's up the bottom? I like that.
Yeah, what's his go? Oh my god. Yo, Mista, none of his buildings are connected. He's still at 0 golden age. He's 8 out of 10 right now.
Ooh. Yeah. It's... Oh, there's mining camp there. House could have been a bit closer. And look at that. Every single time a unit spawns out of the stable, we'll already lose quite some HP.
I think he can actually make like one house and connect enough, but he's probably not thinking about that at the moment. Another tower from B attempting to go up, but there is a horseman there, and I think B is going to lose another villager. I think B has gotten a little bit too aggressive after getting a good position over Mista's economy. He's lost like 4 or 5 villagers trying to complete towers now.
Well, it obviously is part of the strategy, but Mista maybe just got enough numbers out. Now the hand cannon slits will finish. I just assume hand cannon slits are very similar to the normal arrow slits here.
Ooh, and I love that wall in the south from Mista. Look, the villagers from B are trying to loop around there. Mista knows they're around there. He kills one villager with the horseman. The other 2 are fighting a wolf right now, and the walls are there, so he can't pass through.
Oh, and Mista in the South Forest didn't see the villagers.
He'll see the wolf, right?
No.
Oh, he didn't even see the wall!
Oh, missed.
We'll find them with the other horseman, maybe? Oh, he misses with that one, too! What the hell? But he's waiting at the top of the cliff. He knows something's up.
But loses the horseman. And now those villagers can wall themselves in. Don't tell me. Do we see the quick wall? Oh, that was so good. And look at that. B finished that wall off so nicely.
Great stuff.
And now tower at the top. Damn
Perfect.
horse.
And no villager there to chop through. And now Mista is running away again. He's running to another woodline. This is lumber camp number 5 this game. Number 4 is something like that for Mista. He's just trying to survive.
Oh man, oh man, oh man.
Great
what
game,
a crazy
actually.
game. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
still golden age 0, 8 out of 10. All he needs to do is probably connect the mining camp in the house over on the stone, but he's going to be thinking about maybe a second TC finally.
Well, we see Imperial Academy for B, so he got to the second dynasty, and quite some solid production. Horsemen, they might find some damage because Mista he spreads very thin.
Villagers coming over the chop. Let the horsemen in. Just working on the tree right now. Mista does have double stable production capability with his horsemen, so he's got a few there to defend. And Mista has also cleared up most of the towers at the back of his base, so he can go back and take that gold again.
Okay, tower now at the bottom. Let's see. Horsemen are getting attacked. Archer around as well. And, oh, actually cancels the town center.
Wow.
Ooh, that's interesting. Allows the tower to go up. And I think he could have pulled the villagers to fight this one off. Because now one tower, if the second one goes up there, that's not the prettiest woodline for you anymore.
You've got that single wild elm tree on the other side, though. Maybe you could take that. Also, just having the second TC for production purposes seems nice here, since Mista has 800 food in the bag. Or 700 now.
Okay, let's take a look how this one will continue. Another lumber camp goes down. B, how much vision will you have for that woodline? That tower, not good enough. I think adding a scout could make lots of sense now.
Okay, horseman falling back from Mista. He can fall back near that stone wall tower. B's got to be careful about that. Another barracks coming down from Mista. He's finally attacking the barbecue with the ram, but the villagers are there and taking it outside of the TC's range, I believe. No, they're still being ranged by the TC.
And villager likely to die there. Only right-clicked, so seems like the ram could finish it off.
Okay, so now the full focus from B looks like it's going to be over on this right side. He's still pressuring forward with towers.
Crazy. Oh, and those faster building towers, something that we rarely see really being used. But China going wild there, now goes back even further. And it just feels like under those towers, not really an area where we want to see Mr. Fight.
Structure count is still 8 out of 10, Nilly.
Painful.
Oh, man. You can just tell how crazy of a game it is, or has been so far, that he hasn't even noticed that yet, right?
Yeah. Also, like, how much will it really matter here? Now the first ram goes down, and B now just should run around, let the tower do the damage.
And that's exactly what he's doing. He's using the mobility well. Villagers coming over now from Mista, kind of abandoning that TC position, and he's going to use them to attack that tower, but that tower is juiced now.
2000 HP, horseman v horseman fight there, and that's really not easily going down. Whoa, villagers, yeah, they're fighting this one off, but not unlikely that some of them will lose their lives. Still reasonable amount of horsemen around.
How many villagers are here? 30 villagers here, Nilly. You think this is important to him?
It feels like he really wants to kill that tower.
Really? Does he? 30 vills!
B could have repaired that one though, right? With 2 villagers around. Look at that. Look at how long it still takes. Holy moly.
I mean, he's going to get it down, and he's going to have access to all these deer here. Makes a mill there. And horsemen taking some good trades against B, but B now has an archer range there. And there's another outpost. Okay.
Okay, but an outpost to counter that by TheMista. Pulled some villagers, so maybe can't even deny the other one. I think he should. Although, without arrow slits, he can't even reach it.
I love this match here. This is really interesting. They're just battling for map control right now.
Oh, goes for the villagers now. Being pulled. One will make it. Jonganu now at it, and Jonganu do reasonable against the horsemen here. And, yeah, one villager still alive. The tower will go up most likely after this.
Yep. And, I mean, behind all of this, B got into the, he got his second H2 landmark up, and his TC is producing faster, so the villager count is actually even, and I think he has the advantage now.
Oh, horsemen? Bit overcommitting. How are villager counts looking? 47 for B, 8 military, 44 for Mr. 2 military. So, villager-wise, we are reasonably even.
My man is 9 out of 10 structures now. I'm gonna keep checking. 10% gather rate on everything would... I mean, it makes a difference. It's not a huge difference, but it's something, right?
Yeah, for all resources, yeah.
Yeah.
Just one house there. Also, if you lose a building, it will disconnect, right? I think so.
I think so, yeah.
It can go backwards, I believe.
If he makes like, he can make like 5 houses and get to the, not just the second age, but the third one. Or tier 2, sorry. He just needs to connect all of this.
30 structures, yeah. Feels
Down
like
the
it's
middle,
so
yeah.
many mills on the map and everything.
Yeah. Good raid from the horseman there. Oh, Golden Age tier 1 activated. Here we are. Here we are. Love to see it. And another ram coming from Mista, so he finally wants to clear up maybe the barbecue over there.
Mm-hmm.
Mista is housed badly. It's been housed for a while.
Horsemen attacking left-hand side. Villagers fighting back here. Quite ambitious. And some horsemen against that. Resources. I thought both players could go to Castle Age looking at their resources there. Floating quite some.
Another outpost along the wood line from B.
Will it help though without vision?
Yeah.
That's why I said we need a scout. We need to look over there.
Mm-hmm. And once again, horseman raids over here from Mista. The horsemen from him are quite weak from before. But there are more on the way, and B only has 3 horsemen of his own, and there's an Imperial official and a lot of villagers there. So he's got to be really careful. These horsemen can get some really good picks now, and he's going to have to pull all of those back.
Oh, and they are already low from raids earlier. Will be really tricky chasing those down. B losing his villager advantage here. Actually, no, horsemen not continuing to chase. Too scared of the town center.
I mean, B has double town center with increased production. And if we look at the villager count now, Mista is at 45.
Wow.
And B is at 62.
Wow. Okay.
Like,
okay.
and B is the one tower rushing, going YOLO. So that's pretty insane at this stage of the game that he's got 20 villagers plus on Mista.
And now full tower defense at home here. Won't really lose too much. Village being used as well. So lots of really, really good moves. Horsemen won't find anything. More small walls. B playing so creative and just uses everything from his civilization.
Yep. Now garrisons some of those villagers. Nothing really to kill those horsemen yet. He's just putting most of his resources into his economy right now. And then he'll start producing soon. He's actually banking quite a bit of res. Really good income for B at the moment.
Culturing now by Mista, so on the way to Castle Age. Chinese player. We would expect to see him go up pretty soon. Actually, a bit surprised how much he's farming around the town center. Typically, we see Chinese trying to farm around those mills simply to gain some more gold. But look at that. 400 gold actually on that mill. So maybe not having enough Imperial officials really working and collecting.
Oh my god, you're right. Oh my god. Yo, that's juicy. Get it in.
Where are his Imperial officials?
There's one
getting
in
gold.
the north of the TC.
Oh, one
There's
idle.
one furiously staring at the stable.
One was idle there at the wood line at the bottom. Clockwork tower now, or clock tower now being built by not too few villagers in the back. Still a good setup for B.
Villager count 72 to 48. Barbecue did go down though.
Okay.
So, you know, only 3 landmarks to go.
Still the nice setup with all the towers there at the bottom. And what is wood income going to look like in like 5 minutes? Not going to be too pretty for Mista, right? Although
No,
B
B
still
needs-
can't see.
He needs to move too.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, so that will be the next step. Basically getting map control, getting some idea there. And I really like how B constantly is adding more and more towers.
God, the mini map for Mista must be so
Annoying.
infuriating this game because it's just flashes.
You really try to avoid
Constantly.
the word annoying. Right?
What?
It just felt like you got triggered by the, or like got inspired by the chat message. And really try to avoid the word annoying.
Oh, I didn't even read that.
Ooh,
actually.
okay, okay.
Yeah. I was just thinking of synonyms, you know?
Oh, okay.
My favorite dinosaur, the Thesaurus.
That's a dinosaur?
Yeah.
Okay. There I learned.
Okay, Rams coming from Mista. We've only got one horseman there from B, and he's going to garrison it in the tower. And that tower is juiced, but not juiced enough. It's going to go down anyway. And where is the production from B? He spent a lot of time building up his eco. Finally going into some Lancers, but that's it. Not much military on the field.
Yeah, a bit underwhelming, right? Feels like it. I really would like to see Imperial Academy, honestly. Like, it just makes your collection so much easier. What if...
Ooh, lots of vills going down there. 2 vills. Crossbows, though, already on the field for Mista, and that's going to push the Lancers away. B does have the clock tower to go into some siege if he wants to, although not producing as of yet.
Well, let's take a look. Lancers now actually taking a reasonable fight. Crossbows simply not in the number that they want to be. And now the Lancers, I think, could even find some damage against those villagers on the berries.
And look at Mista for a moment there, had a town center foundation way in the north. And then he canceled it. So I think he was feeling pretty comfortable with the crossbows against the Lancers until that fight there. He lost quite a few numbers and didn't feel like he could expand anymore, but he's still sending villagers up north.
I wants to go for the
Where
berries
is he
there.
going? Oh, yeah, okay, replaced it.
Okay, okay. It's still surprising how little army we see here in Castle Age, honestly. Now we see, now we see the full stable switch. 2 more stables added.
As soon as you said that, Nilly, B adds 4 production buildings, and Mista does as well at the front. As soon as you said that.
Ah, okay. Yeah, both players feeling okay. Now we stabilized a bit, and the feeling phase is over. And now we should see some armies
Look
clash.
at the eco for B, though. Look at the villager count. He's at 100 now. Mista is sitting at 68.
100, 168, 666. Yeah, massive advantage for sure. Let's compare gold income. Mista not on gold at all right now. Where's the second gold spot? Oh, that's the one at the front, right? Ooh, really exposed gold. Unfortunate generation for him, how he didn't have anything at the right-hand side corner.
Yeah, he just had that one at the back, and then, of course, the one forward that you were just mentioning. Where are the other options for him? I mean, there's some in the north
Lancers
near
at the
that
top,
town center,
found all
but
the
he's gonna
villagers.
deny it. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, that's costly. 65 villagers now against 107. 40 villager lead. And yeah, congratulations. Horsemen are coming in, but they won't take the greatest fight. Now finally crossbow are scaring those away. But B knows, okay, that's a great spot to raid now. And I would just like to see full aggression. Moves on to the other wood line there. And even collect some relics. Now we see the transition into full spearman crossbow. Perfect counter against Lancers. I think this is the moment where B could maybe make a full Junganu switch.
B, both players on stone
Horseman.
right now, so maybe thinking about a keep as well. No, actually, B ran out of stone. Okay, he's taking stone at the very back now.
Okay, nice mining camp there for sure. Imperial Fish is still around, and I still think, like, the upgrade for the faster text collection could have worked out so well. Like, so many buildings having so much gold around. It's crazy.
God, these Chinese town centers are just nuts. He's pumping out. He's printing vills, literally. Maybe not HRE levels, but he is printing pretty quickly right now. He's at 120 at the moment. Might be time to start stalling out on that a little bit.
Oh, yeah, 120 feels like a very reasonable number. Go to 140, we often feel like, okay, army count not really being that high, especially with like different units having different population cap as well. If you want to think about Chinese, still some laden siege could be nice. And look at that. Now 5 archer ranges make it 7 soon. Going for the Junganu. I really like that choice.
And he's banking a lot of res too. He's got 1,800 food in the bank. 2,000 wood, 1,600 wood for Mista. Both players struggling to use all their resources. It has been a pretty nutty game so far, and another relic on the way in from B.
Nice. So we'll get at least 4 already and 1 for Mr. on the right-hand side. So will be 4v1 for the late game.
Okay, crossbows in the north, defending that TC against the Lancers. Actually, quite a few Lancers went down there, but now they've closed the gap with the crossbows, so should be able to lower the numbers a little bit. And I think at the moment, B just wants to, you know, he doesn't need to take better trades. He just needs to take any type of trade because he's got a far superior economy and he can always raid while Mista's army is in the north there, which is exactly what he's doing. He's on the gold.
Oh, that's going to be really interesting. Now the major push there. 1 tower won't be enough. Villager even down. And it's 40 military against only 40. Wow. But obviously villager difference of 50. Camel Rider being mixed in. Something we don't see too often. And here we see why. Completely getting pushed back against the veteran Jungunu. And yeah, that's just this crazy, crazy army.
Yeah.
Could fall back a bit more. And
look at the production. Just look at the mini map of the red dots coming forward.
Oh,
holy, that's going to be pretty ridiculous. And I think if B could get like a keep in a forward position here, I don't think there's anything Mista could do about that. I don't think there's anything he can do about this army to begin with, unless he gets some really good mangonel shots.
And remember, building those keeps faster. I think he could have even afforded a keep further forward.
Yeah,
He
like
had
right
the
on
army
that gold
there.
even.
Yeah,
But it's going to range it anyway, and it'll range some of those production buildings. It cuts off the stone as well. He could go for that sacred site now with his dudes, since he's done bringing in the relics, I believe.
Yeah. 4 relics in. And now transitions a bit further to the right-hand side. Another big gold mine. More raids at the top. And not enough army to protect it.
I love this strategy from B. Like, making the game crazy. And then you get to a point as he raids in the north again and kills quite a few villagers. You get to a point where your opponent is so focused on killing your towers that you can go for that second landmark, go for the second TC, and take that time it'll take Mista to transition into attack and put all your resources into your economy.
It was
Nice. Fantastic display, yeah.
Oh, but big villagers shots there. Let's take a look. Mangonels can do quite some reasonable damage against Jungunu. Nice spread though. B wants to go in again potentially. I think there's not really a fight he wants to take, but still stays in it. I'm a bit surprised.
Lancers are still killing vills in the north too. There's a lot of vills garrisoning the tower and the TC, and B doesn't care about the fire. He's just wiping up as many villagers as he can. The production continues. He's got Springolds coming out now to deal with the Mangonels. Still hasn't really been hit by any huge shots yet either. Great army management here from B.
6-6 splits, honestly. Like, that was pretty damn crazy. And Springfield #1, a bit on the ambitious side. Now goes in, Lances here. I'm a bit surprised that he wants to take this fight. But Springfield from the bottom helping out as well.
Yeah, Springfield from behind, sniping the Mangonel. He's got more Jugunu back there. Jugunu are still alive at the front. The Lancers did go down. But remember, the economy for B is in such a better place right now. His production is much easier than it would be for Mista, so he can kind of afford to lose these numbers.
Chinese, the civilization with the lowest win rate. And, well, we have seen them struggle quite a bit. Very rarely picked, but Mista now at pop 130, facing B, who could easily be maxed out and will be maxed out in any second. Just needs to finish all his production. Look at all those buildings. Those are Chinese played to perfection.
Oh my god, dude. 6 stables right there. You think he wants to make a cavalry switch?
No,
I suspect that he's interested in that.
Wow, what a queue. What a crazy queue by B.
That's actually nuts. He put his foot on the pedal this game. Once he got his economy up to like 120 villagers, he's like, all right, now it's time.
And on the other side, what do we still have? Q, 1 crossbowman. Endless amount of wood floating. Food economy. So much lower. Look at the income for food. 400 against 1600 roughly. Damn, more raids coming in. So many villagers falling as well. And Mista, no gold income for quite some time is what we feel. Got to the left-hand side. At least 4k that he could get there. But it just feels like so many losses at his main base.
Yeah, his army's in the wrong position and he taps out. And what a performance. What a game. Honestly, Mista was completely surrounded by towers. He managed to stabilize, B losing a lot of villagers, but keeping the game crazy. Keeping those vills building towers around the wood lines, around the gold from Mista. And then he just kind of took his foot off the pedal, let Mista fully invest into getting rid of the towers. And in that maybe 2 to 3 minutes, added another landmark, added a second TC, kept up villager production, and then he had such a lead going into the late game.
That was so beautiful. With the aggressive barbecue and then all those towers sneaking around, had the right amount of villagers on goldstone to really keep up with all the upgrades that he needed. Villagers, yeah, he had some losses, but Mista got pushed away so badly and was really struggling to get safe resources.
Also, Mista getting denied off that third TC hurt him a lot, I think. He lost, 7 vills up there, and that's denied villager production. He has to pull his army up there, too. But still, it was a risk to go up there in the first place, so he kind of, deserve it a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I think he needed to take something,
Yeah.
B's overall resources, obviously so much better as well. More than double the gold there. Damn. Looked nice. Also,
two crazy games. Actually, 2 really good games so far.
Don't we have, average idle villager time. 57 seconds for Mista, 39 on the other side. Okay. Not the craziest stat.
Really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me, that gameplay kind of reminded me of a Mr. Yo Lix 2v2, where Lix goes forward crazy and then Yo booms up behind. Except it was like a 1v1 scenario of that.
And he did both. He went for the crazy tower rush and had the economy behind.
Yeah.
That made it so sick. Ooh,
and now we step into more exciting action coming up, folks, because we have a Boulder Bay Roos Mirror.
Yeah, and I will obviously repeat myself for this one. Boulder Bay Roos Mirror, unlikely to happen in the main event. We will have a talk tomorrow with all the qualified players, and then we'll discuss, okay, how do we want to approach this? Do we want to ban Boulder Bay? Do we want to maybe ban Roos? And we will try to make it as entertaining as possible for all of you. And we will work through this one. Very likely the last time that we will see it. Boulder Bay with the Roos Mirror.
He's actually lying to you. The plan is to have separate best of 5s only on Boulder Bay, only Roos.
For 1 point each.
Yeah. That's the main event.
Nice. The main event.
We could start calling it Bratwurst Bay.
Bratwurst Bay?
The mini-map is a little sus. You got some vegan sausage going on down there in the bottom right.
Okay. You like yourself some vegan sausage, right?
Why do you think I'm coming to Germany?
Okay.
Okay.
Thought you tried to be more mysterious about it. So Mr. In-game now. So likely that we will see villagers die in, or we'll see villagers move in 5 minutes. And it will be interesting. Hill and Day and King of the Hill also home maps of Mr. Hill seed number 1 against seed 7. B looked really prepared for this one though. Love it. Absolutely love it. By the way, guys, if you feel like, okay, those are really good games and I really feel bad for the person that might be losing, We're collecting all donations.
12.28, 95 cents.
12.28, 95 cents. Correct.
Yep. We need $71.05 to make it an even 1,300. Actually, no. Is there anyone with a higher rating than this in chat? If you have a higher rating than this, you have to donate the amount equal to your rating.
And we won't check it up. So we will believe you if you donate $500 that you actually is 1,700.
Oh, yeah. True. I'm 2 ELO. Well, you can donate $2 then.
How did Mr. get his seat so high? Best tournament performance out of all the players that signed up for the second qualifier. I don't even own this game. So 1,000 ELO, $1,000 donation. Pretty.
I think 1228 actually might be my controller ELO in AoE 4. I don't think the account is active because I haven't played a rank game on it in months, but I think that is the ELO.
EGC TV flies in with 900 biddies.
Aha!
Got one.
Does that go towards the pool?
No, that's 900 ELO. EGC TV has 900 ELO. Pesty.
Oh.
The computer bullies me. What do I donate? Money. The Muslim still here? Hard donation for him? Yeah, expensive. Yeah, true. 2.5 minutes to go, by the way. Is it really 1-1? Really.
Yep.
I have 1,000 ELO. Are you donating $200 to me? That's not how it works.
I tell you what, guys. If you donate more than $200 towards the qualifier prize pool, we will not have any Boulder Bay roast mirrors in the main event.
The only way.
Yep.
Boulder Bay roast for now.
I'm waiting.
Just ban the map? You can ban the map.
Yeah, you can ban it, dude. That's up to you. $200.
It's that easy.
That's just extortion? That's exactly what it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you, Brian.
$200.
That's what I'm talking about, $10, Dennis. I knew you had it in you.
Nice. I don't know my ELO or if I even have one. Lol. Thank you. Lol. Dennis Bushti. 1,000 people watching the tournament right now across several channels. Nice. 7,000? That's a lot, though. Why are that money? It's Grubby with 2. Drongo probably with 1. We have short of 2.
Lita's got 800.
Okay. So I get like 6. But that's solid. That gives us hope. Remember other qualifiers of my previous tournaments at way lower numbers. Think main event can be good.
Yep.
I wouldn't be shocked if we get a finals of over 25,000.
We'll get them. We'll get them. I'll put my makeup on. I'll put the lipstick on.
Nice. What's your personal goal? What would make you think, okay, this is the worthy number for the cast that you put on?
Think like 40.
40 viewers? Nice. We have 40 times that. Oh, 40K.
Yeah.
40,000 viewers.
40,000.
On like AoE.
40,000.
For
40,000 filthy AoE 4 viewers.
Sicko. On all channels combined or only the main channel?
The main channel.
Sick.
Your channel.
Okay.
And then I'm going to extort all of them to gift you subs. It's going to be biblical.
Nice. I think if we get 40,000 viewers.
Do I get a pay raise?
Oh, I shouldn't say it, right?
Hey, we're in the game right now.
Let's say it. Let's say I will say it, Dave.
Okay.
If we start the finals
with
under 20,000 viewers, you cast the finals, and we get above 40,000 viewers, you get all my sub money from Sunday.
So if we have a rise of 21,000 viewers, then say we're at 19. Okay. If we're below 20K when the finals start, and then we end up with 40K on your channel, I get all of your sub money.
From that Sunday, yeah.
You know I'm not going to accept that, right? This is why you're making the deal.
Why?
Because you know I'm not going to accept that.
What else? What else can I give you? You know that you already get some special cookies from me. But that's regardless of numbers.
All I want is your friendship, Nilly.
That you also all get that regardless of numbers.
Good! Then everyone wins!
Okay.
I'll take your spot in GL, though.
What is my spot in GL?
You're not using it anyway.
The bench
so.
warmer? The water boy? Can you carry 3?
I'm gonna get in there and revise your position, bro. I'm gonna get the contract rewritten. I'm gonna be the ego check. I'll just sit there and chirp out the entire time.
Nice, nice. I have multiple people for that now. Yeah. Okay, really good deep water fish spawn here for B. Mista had to go a bit further. Obviously in Rouge Mirror, not the worst thing ever, but still feels that Mista had to go a bit further. Maybe an additional like 50 food that he might gather before field age. 5 on wood here for the Mista. 5 on wood for Mr. B. And now everything on food. Did we get anything wild with the deer here? Nah, seems like both players playing one scout. Got the front one and now going for the back one.
So do you think we're going to see the transport ship conversion again?
I would like that. I would like that.
We're really analyzing that. It was probably just a misclick, but...
I don't think so. I honestly believe it's not a misclick.
So what was the final conclusion there? What
we have to investigate
Why did you think that might
further.
be better?
I think it's better. Okay. It's the same cost, but you get there faster.
It's just increased speed. Is it increased line of sight as well?
What is... Mista is killing his own sheep now. Is he not? He's killing his own sheep?
Bounty, I guess.
But why aren't you killing it under the town center? Okay, no, he's just generating bounty.
Yep.
Sick.
I mean, if he has... I mean, I guess the theory would be... If you win the water, you get food income anyway.
Okay, okay. I can see that.
Right? And if you lose the water, you're losing the game anyway.
And if you're ever building a mill to get deer, you're probably building it there.
Yep.
Being a hunting cabin. Oh.
And I like killing sheep.
Nice. Okay.
Maybe he farms sheep and he can't kill... obviously, you're not going to kill them IRL, right? But, he gets super frustrated, and then he, takes it out on the sheep in the game.
So, fishing
Does anyone know if he has sheep on his farm?
Fishing boat already coming out? Okay, okay. Well, I'm a bit curious, right? We didn't really see the position here in the center. Now we see Loiter fishing boat. Uh-oh, could get intercepted. This will be so much faster for B. I think Mr. deleted his own ship. He deleted his own ship, I believe, to get the resource
And now the villager
back.
goes down.
Oh. And now he's trying to get away. Tries to transition here with one of them only. One is idle. Oh, this is such a good opening. Okay, the one will get to 2. Okay, but seems to be stabilizing.
Okay, so he sacrificed that. He didn't want to waste the resources on his ship that was going to go down anyway. 2 attack ships. But he did lose that villager at the dock.
Yeah.
So that is unfortunate for him.
Okay, so it's 3 ships against 2 ships right now. And a bit surprised that B keeps on fishing. Has a 3rd one now. Okay, 3v3. Oh, and actually we transition a bit more now in that swamp there. Doesn't really have the greatest vision. But both getting away.
It's 3 ships for B, 3 ships for Mista in the middle here, and the game is over. $200. The low rate of $200, folks, towards the qualification prize pool will mean that Boulder Bay Roosmere is not seen in the main event. $100 is all it's going to cost. This is shameless exploitation, extortion, whatever you want to call it. $200. Who's it going to be?
So apparently, let me quickly read this one up. So stuff happened behind the scenes in this one. And TheMista is really unhappy with this map spawn. Maybe. I think they've copied the wrong seed. Oh. Ooh.
What happened? Give us the deets.
So what happened here is basically the admin gives out a map seed and how's it called? Biome?
Biome. Yeah.
Biome. And they did the right map seed, but the wrong biome. And then it completely generates differently. So what we had here is European temp. They went for European. But it should have been... What? Scene? Let me see. Should have been Sharks Down. Sharks Down?
Sharks Down?
That's... I have no idea. Ooh, that's interesting now. So yeah, they basically picked the wrong map.
So who hosted? Whose fault is
It's both can see it, I believe.
Oh, Chalk Downs.
Sharks Down?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Chalk Downs.
Okay, admin is deciding game counts. It was a wrong seed, but both read it into the game with the wrong seed, and therefore game counts.
Okay, a lot of part-time admins in chat.
I'm not the admin for the online part. The next map will be Hill and Dale. 2-1 for B.
Okay.
So basically, for trying to explain for everyone who doesn't really understand what's happening, we basically, to give out fair maps, gave an admin some time before. They select and look at maps and then write down, okay, this is a good map generation. And then they take this code plus this biome and give out both to the players. And apparently they use that map seed but a different biome, and then it generates a different map. So they played a different map, but both agreed, both clicked in, and admin decided now going back doesn't make sense if both basically clicked in this one. And therefore the game counts. B leads to 1. Yeah. I will not read what's happening behind the scenes. Yeah. Who was host? Doesn't really matter who was host. both can see it. And it's the responsibility of both players. Doesn't matter who sets it, right? Otherwise, no one would want to host because it's always your responsibility. So it's not like you can never blame the host. It's both players' responsibility. Okay, Hillendale next. To Roosmurra.
Ooh. Hillendale, and we have Delhi for Mista, and we've got Holy Roman Empire for B. Should be a good one.
What's the? I didn't even check which civilizations we have. Ah yeah, I have it here, and it's Delhi HRE. Okay, I like that. I like that. Yeah, not a mirror matchup. Yep. And that means also HRE can be played somewhere else. For example, the New River. Obviously, Mista. You cannot screw up too much more. In the sense that it's down to 1. Still, best of who gets to 4 wins. This sounds like someone needs to calm down a bit. I'm
definitely listen. I listen more attentively though, attentively if it's all caps though, for sure. Yeah.
Time to calm down for some people. Your opinion is valued, but won't matter in this case. Decision was made. We're jumping into game number 4.
Someone explain seed, please. Well, what we do is we actually dig a hole. So in Mista's case, it would be like 1 meter deep. B would be 7 meters, and we plant them, and then we like a seed, and then we water them, and they grow into a beautiful pro esports player.
Nice.
And since Mista is a farmer and he does it on a regular basis, he is seed number 1.
Your credibility is laughable. It was not my decision, my friend. I pay someone to be an admin. And why would I have a professional admin if I didn't trust their judgment? They are more into it. They are in direct contact with the players. I'm a caster at this moment. Not more. If this happens in the main event and I make the call, maybe you can criticize me for that. This one, it's out of my hands, right? And now me going over the decision with an admin while it's being live doesn't make zero sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. still needs 2 more minutes, and then they start. Why is Chad not an admin? Sometimes they would like that, yeah. Not fair tournament? How was it not fair? Both had the exactly same conditions loading into a completely random map. How does one become an admin? Host tournaments and get a good reputation of running good tournaments.
Yep.
Millions of people have petitioned to stop using the Boulder Bay map competition. Very, very bad experience. Thank you for your feedback.
Millions, if not billions.
You feel like you could make a great job as an admin, which is really, really tough, and I don't envy them. Send me a PM and your CV.
I don't think I've ever seen a tournament without at least one call questioned by people.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You're never going to have one.
The reason for the match result was not clear. TheMista wrote GG and resigned the game. So B wins. Lord Petito, don't write.
Yeah, don't even try and justify
Yeah, no.
yourself. Yeah.
All good, all good. Yeah.
Thank you, Jordan.
Why would the situation be unfair?
Nice to
Both
see you.
players have the responsibility to settings are fine before the game, and both of them failed to do so, resulting in an unfair situation for Mr. But own fault. Yeah. Like, game would have counted if Mr. won. It is a tricky scenario, and obviously bad for whoever loses there. BMTF Twitch, by the way, thanks for the $25 earlier. I read it but didn't mention you. Thank you.
$25. How much do we have now, Neely?
Oh, let's take a look.
Qualifier prize pool, which you can contribute to, folks. We have $1,263.95. Someone needs to take care of that 95 cents, please. That's triggering me. We need to get it up. We need to get that flat number for sure.
Sure.
I'm thinking maybe we need can we get up to 1,300?
I can't even do the math to get there. Maybe someone donate and then makes the math easier for me.
Yeah, maybe someone donate and put in your message what the math is, and also put that in the amount. $36.05. Wow, very clever. Can you prove it? Actually, though, I don't believe you. Can you prove it?
I meant to put in stupid map Boulder Bay. That, for example, is a lie already. You're spreading misinformation with that. Please, next time before you type, check facts. We had a 2-week discussion in the Discord, and group of players with at least 20 players that played this qualifier gave in feedback, and we came to this map list. So please, don't say stuff like that.
Nearly don't. His name is Bork. Don't argue with a man named Bork.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like,
Plenty good people to argue with.
Starting
if
with
the guy's name is Bork.
Ben Kaffeemacher does the math for us. 1,300. Nice, Reno. Yeah. Ay.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Now this prize pool here, folks, is for all the players in the qualifiers. Okay, so you can see that eliminated round of 6, eliminated round of 12, and we're giving a little bit of money out to the people who can't make it to the main event. Okay. This is to keep everyone involved, everyone feeling good, even if they lost today. It's a little bit of a cushion that they can put. It's like a pillow that they can put their head on and cry into.
Nice.
Made of your money.
How or who comes up with the rules to follow at the tournament host? So in my case, I did a lot of stuff, plus player feedback, right? We changed a lot in the qualification, including, for example, money distributed here. We changed the ban system. We changed the map pool. Microsoft has very few guidelines. We hit the goal? We didn't hit the goal.
What was the goal?
$200.
$200, like my goal?
From where we started. Yeah.
Oh. What was your goal for the prize pool in general coming into it? For like this portion of the prize pool?
I thought 3K. Yeah.
Ooh.
But honestly, like I think games, like I think the prize pool is higher if more fan favorites were out. But most of the time fan favorites went through. Plus qualifiers have been like lots of 4-0s, 4-1s. So like you didn't really build the great bond with the people that got eliminated.
Let's go, Steward.
Sure.
Tell you what, you give us another $10, I'll learn how to say your name correctly.
Thank you. 2569 just to trigger Dave. Oh boy.
No, bro. At least add $2 onto that, so we can have 133769.
That would make
Please, someone
way
take
easier.
care of that.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be the guy? Don't do it at the same time though. You need to coordinate, chat. You need to coordinate.
Don't go overboard. By the way, going overboard, we only have 10 seconds left before we jump into the next game. It's going to be Hill and Dale, 2-1 lead for B, and he is going in with a strong civilization here as well, being the Holy Roman Empire house start into mill, into everything. Mosque into lumber camp, into mosque again. What is this? This is like the wildest opening ever.
Dude, he's a city planner, man. He had the idea as soon as he started the game. 4 buildings at the same time, and here we go. He's onto the berries, getting that mosque up. He's going to start getting his techs in as well. So very convoluted beginning there for Mista. And then you look over at B's base, and things are just as peaceful as can be.
Yeah, just tick sheep. You don't have to, like, old stuff.
There's the first prelate, inspiring the villagers to cut up that sheep carcass faster. And now he hits the gold.
All makes sense here. No second scout from either player. Something we sometimes see on Hill and Dale, especially with HRE. Something we have often seen. Finds 2 sheep on the outside. Still 2 sheep at home there. So feels very reasonable. Quite a weird placement with the sheep in the back there. How is that a thing?
I didn't even see that. I was wondering where the villagers were. I was actually searching everywhere for those builds. I'm like, where is he hiding these things? They are underneath. They're like high school kids smoking pot behind the school over there. Trying to hide. Brings back memories.
Also, like, one last thing I will say about the game before, right? The admin is actually in TeamSpeak with them, or in a Discord call, and can call them back. But he has a 5-minute delay. So, like, he basically could only inform them that they picked the wrong map. But the game was so short that he was basically, didn't have time to tell them. If we ever had that, right? But okay.
All right. Well, we're in on Hill and Dale, and it's a really interesting map, and we'll see if the Delhi player can prevent the HRE player from getting the relics, or even if they can't, if they can still do enough economic damage and stall them out, as we saw with Lucifron against Kapoch. That game, I still keep thinking back to that game. That was absolutely nuts.
Yeah, probably the best game of the qualifier in total. Mista now on the way to Fuel Age. Goes Dome of Faith, no big surprise there. And quite some gold here for B. And now probably the hard switch onto gold. After goes Minework Palace. Oh boy. That's going to be some aggression in Fuel Age. Now the lumber camp as well. Ignores gold quite a bit. And then the big question, what is he going for? Stable?
Is he going to go try and wall him in to that side? It's usually something you see against HRE, right? Because you want to prevent them from getting out with the relics.
Okay,
but it could be potential for that as well if you get enough production.
Yeah, I think if you play Minework Palace, you have to go for a really long feudal age and just try to get to all those upgrades. The problem, though, Delhi player will get all those upgrades as well if they play their blacksmith early enough. So
and they have increased production. I mean, they can afford the blacksmith because they can just make 1 production building and then garrison it, right? So
okay, maybe stable could be an option. Also, where do you send the prelate? Right now it's on the food villagers. I think now it's time to send them on to wood. And back onto gold as well. And B goes for a second prelate. So will be gold, wood, inspiration, and food.
Minework Palace is a pretty cool looking building, though, I will say. It's a good looking landmark.
Oh, I never saw the second mannequin in there.
Isn't that kind of cool? I like it.
Lances. What does the other side show? Ooh. Can we look into a window somewhere? No. Blankets are down. Okay, some more sheep arriving. And now we see... Yeah, a really passive game. And Mindwork Palace not really achieving too much for now. Or does he simply think, okay, I will just play fast castle. But since I want to go for lots of prelates... the Aachen Chapel is actually not giving me that much. Look at how he's pushing in the deer. This is really nice. Barracks now defensively. Okay. Interesting.
Who needs professional scouts, right?
Wow.
Who needs professional scouts here, Nilly? Oh my goodness, how many deer is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 8 under the TC?
It's the full 7 of the full patch. And all of them, like, within 2 tiles except 1, which is still reasonably good. Wow, this was a great push by B.
Great stuff.
Wow.
And now he's heading out with those scouts to get himself a little bit more information. And then on the other side, we see the blacksmith from Mista. And only 1 barracks. No production yet, so super passive.
Stable. And we see marching drills opening here, so will be a man-at-arm play by B. But I'm still surprised that he is not really going for anything then.
So wall from Mista over on the left side. Coming forward for it. And a wall on the right, too. So he's going to attempt to wall in B. We've seen this before. B already with a villager going for a wall of his own to deny the wall from Mista.
Ah, the good one. The good one. Okay.
Yeah.
Goes for the quick wall. And yeah, Spearman can't really finish that. Needs to wall pretty wild now. Could still attempt it, I believe. But yeah, just finishes the wall, so it didn't really micro properly there.
Okay, barracks stable. We've got 1 spearman coming out, 1 horseman coming out from B. Still not really the production you would have expected going for the palace as your H2 landmark, right?
Yeah, I think it's a late game setup there. And I would have expected more army for sure. Maybe it's just spearmen, horsemen. While the Mista, lots of horsemen in the queue. 2 on the field already.
Guess the plan for B is probably just make enough military to keep yourself open at home. And then try and get the relics, I guess, in the mid game.
Okay, get some solid hits in. Horseman, will he trade off another one? Nope, goes down there. Curious how this one is getting approached. No archery range, so it's full spearman, horseman. It's like the reasonable army composition on this one. More siege, more upgrades in the Mindwork Palace only makes sense, but no upgrade on the spearman. Still Dark Age ones for B.
Resources for B looking pretty good too. He's banking up a lot of food right now, banking up some gold. Still has a lot of those deer carcasses to take underneath there, and he's still keeping himself open. The walls from Mista, not successful. He did get the wall down on the left side, but obviously the one on the right is going to be really difficult with the foundations there from B, and the one in the middle is not a possibility yet, so B can get himself to the 3rd age at a reasonable time. He's got a good shot of grabbing those relics and bringing them back.
Yeah, I didn't really mention the position. They had like 3 on the right-hand side, 1 at the left-hand side, and 1 left-hand side a bit closer to B, so slight advantage in that regard. But obviously, faster castle edge timing will be the most crucial thing. B kind of floating a bit of resources this whole time, where I feel like, oh, he is about to go to castle age, but then...
And then he uses them, yeah.
It feels like he's constantly floating a bit, right?
Well, he's up to 700 now, so I think he might have stopped production. Nope, he started production again. There's more spearmen, more horsemen.
Feels weird, right?
Yeah, it does. He's got a decent amount of military, though, on the field. The horsemen are now looping around to the right side. Spearmen following up. Mista is not walled at home, so opportunities for destruction there. But Mista coming down through the middle, and look at the amount of scholars for Mista now. He's got 5 of them there.
Wow. Wow, goes for full healing then. And
that sneaky spearman at the front is walling off the front side of B's base.
Oh, and B has no idea. Oh, actually could see it with the town center even. But not sure if he can react in time, and that would be like really long reinforcements there at the right-hand side. This is really good for Mista. He will get lots of gold control with the sacred sites.
Oh, the scholars are all alone in the center. Oh my goodness, the scholars are all alone, Nilly. Okay, archers coming.
Archers are coming, yeah. And it's only spearmen right now. And those scholars healing each other. Oh, this is weird. Not a single scholar died.
Yeah, they're fine. I didn't see those archers coming in. I thought he had just let 5 scholars to die there, but
No,
he's fine.
not Mr. And, well, we have B on the way to Castle Age. Mr. Chaos resources, but queues up some more as well. Now, a bit surprising to us. Feels like he has so much control.
Yep.
Good thing about castling.
I think that was kind of sloppy to let that spearman wall that up at the front there. Like even just one unit or an outpost near there, something to give you vision. Because now you're gonna have to focus everything on the right side. That's where all of your prelates are going to grab the relics, and Mista's gonna know that.
And Miska can decide: do I defend the right hand side, contest the relics, or do I just go through my gate? Yeah.
Yeah. And even if B counters this push through the middle, he can't chase him back through that gate. Just getting the wall down there was so important in getting the gates up. But 2 prelates are on the right side, and right now Mista doesn't have anything to stop these. So potential of 2 relics coming in right away.
Oh, a bit sloppy by Mr. that he didn't just...
Oh, the horsemen are coming.
But will there be in time? Prelate already shift-clicked. Horsemen are getting there. Will they see that? Line of sight of horsemen, obviously not the greatest thing ever. But still,
He'll see one.
Committing
Nervous.
here.
Nerve-wracking.
Oh, God,
He gets him.
gets the kill before.
Dude, one misclick there and your entire army is gone. If you accidentally attack off of him or move away from them, oh man.
And sees another prelate though. Or did he? I think he didn't see it.
He didn't notice it. It was definitely within his line of sight for a split second, but I don't think he noticed that.
So Mr. clicked up to Castle Age as well now. And we see more archers are coming over. B is pushed quite away. I'm really surprised that he moves out to get the berries there.
And he's going to be heading back with the relic. Run, old man, run!
They just got a speed buff. Runs quite reasonably fast. They just have to go away as well. Maybe another conversion attempt.
Oh, hello. No. I don't know what he was planning with that. Maybe eyes were a little bit big there. Trying to get the archers and everything in on the wall low. But he's going for the panic walls behind this. Does not want to let this army in. He's not going to be able to get these walls down in time, though. And that's a big force from Mr. Mista. And at the end of the day, B with only 1 relic in the cathedral.
Yeah, and it's tough to get more, right? There's 1 close, but the rest all at the left-hand side walled off, so that's not really an option, and doesn't really have the army. Mr. sits at 40 military, 8 only on the side of B, and that's going to be some dead villages.
Oh, and I think B is almost out of carcasses now. He's onto the sheep now. His food income, he doesn't really have anything else.
More scholars. Mr. could potentially upgrade his army. What is he going for? Full Lancer play. And he can just go through the gate at the front. Oh, this is looking good for Mr.
Yep. Got him completely surrounded.
Now goes for some houses. Pretty sure that's the most important thing that you really want to focus on. But certainly, like, scholar healing is so crazy good here. Soon the army will be full HP again. But now the scholars at the wrong side. Ooh, knights are coming in.
B has a lot of gold in the bank. He's just struggling for food right now, and he's forced to drop down some more farms around the TC. The deer carcasses were really nice, but now he has to invest in that food income. If we look at income per minute, really in favor of Mista, and look at this fight here. So much healing going on for both sides.
And actually, Mista tried to snipe one prelate, but it got out-healed, so no real damage there. And B is holding this one quite nicely. I think the knights are enough. Maybe some lancer raids here. Not really happening. So this fight actually really solid for B with the mass prelate and mass knights.
Yeah, and now all the scholars will go down. The prelates went down from B, but he'll sacrifice those if he can take this army.
Prelate
and the knights disengage.
Scholar gets another relic there. What's happening? First lancer coming over, and yeah, the knights had to disengage to deal with the knight raid next to the town center. Mr. gets 1 relic home. Knows about the placement of all the others. Now tries to disengage. Tries to find another angle. But has to have a good idea that the food income of B can't be pretty. As you mentioned before, carcass is down. Couldn't really expand for the berries. And It's not an easy transition. Could actually go for the berries in the back. Bit surprised that he didn't go for those.
Mista finally going for the other sacred sites. He's going to build an outpost over there on the right. There was a unit. There was a scout over on the sacred site to the left. But I'd love to see Mista send a unit over there. Wall of low coming in, and the Knights need to run away.
Okay, Lancers around. Could maybe take this fight again. Certainly out damaged there. Scholar. Ooh, dies. I think this is a bad fight for B, though.
Villager wants to get in on the action, too. Look at that knife.
Okay, Lancers scaring this away. Archers tickling in all those fights. And remember, behind this, still 2 sacred sites, full control. Nice extra golden come for Mista.
Does Mista have any relics?
I think he had one on the way, but no drop-offs.
Oh, yeah, he's
one
just dropping it off
really
now.
close, yeah. And 2 still on the field, 1 in the hand, so likely that we will get to 4 for the Mista here.
Okay, Lancer versus Knight fight in the middle. One Knight goes down from B, and the rest are running away. And more Lancers on the way there from Mista. He's expanding out with his villagers, too. Mista just has full map control at the moment. He's just got to be worried about these few Knights in the north coming around, and they managed to pick off a Scholar.
Oh yeah, and now next to the berries there. Mista really exposed in that regard. Not going to be too pretty for him. Could be some dead villagers, which account 40 for B, 53 for Mista. So nice advantage, but those villagers have to run.
Remember, folks, only 1 relic in the Regnitz Cathedral right now.
Lancer count so nice. Gate broken at the front though, so Knights can free themselves. Maybe going back for the woodline, double prelate there, but should not be enough to really deal with that raid. And yeah, villagers have to be pulled.
Damn, it's just, you're looking around the map here and you're thinking, like, where does B have the advantage? And it's just nowhere. He's bringing in another relic right now with the prelate, but he's going to have to run through the army of Mista, and that thing will be sniped down. At least he'll get it closer.
Or he gets the best
really
conversion
the
of all time. Archers out of range, and then he just continues. So will be another touchdown. Will be double Cathedral, but honestly, pop 35 now.
Yeah, all the farming eco being idled inside that TC. Idled or dead, actually. And the prelate doesn't even make it. He doesn't even make it to the cathedral. He dies outside in the cold. Damn.
And B down to pop 28, 55 villagers, 28 military, and needs to run with the villagers again. Lancers just did so much damage. Pretty beautiful aggression by Mista all game long. B, he doesn't really have any options here anymore. Look at that, now fighting with villagers? What's going on?
Yeah, it's just a last-ditch effort. I think he saw the weak HP on the Lancers, and it's just not going to happen, brother. I mean, you look at Mista, he's at 56 bills. We look at B, and he's at 10. 9.
Okay.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game over. Well played by Mista. Good map control there. B just couldn't get those relics in fast enough and didn't have enough military to compete.
Yep. Letting himself get walled in at the front obviously wasn't pretty. Maybe could have made something happen. Maybe walled the right-hand side himself and then prevent all this major attack. Also, as we said, like was constantly, like if we look at total resource count and we see B constantly like being around this after the 4th minute mark, floating around like 500, 600, 700 before he really went and clicked up. And that's not great. You always want to be like below 200-300, have a balanced economy. Yeah. And we see Mista got his resource out on the map so much better. And that's why B was falling behind in this 5 to 8 minute mark.
You really want to streamline there instead of going half and half, which is kind of what he did. It was funny before you said that. I was wondering the same thing. I kept being debated into thinking he's going up. And then he's just kind of, he's at 600, then he's back at 300, then he's at 600, then he's back at 400.
Okay, really good set so far. And we will see what draft. So Mista winning with Delhi. And we have the HRE loss for B there. Now, one of B's home map. We already had Lipany, so Mongolian Heights in the Nubia River the option. He himself Does not have HRE. So the Danube River could be another one where HRE for the TheMista could be kicking in quite nicely. Both players still with Mongols.
Where would you use Mongols here?
King of the Hill, they're strong. I don't mind them on Mongolian Heights. Yeah, I probably don't use them on the Danube River.
I think no, Danube is how Nilly says it. I would say Danube River.
Danube? Okay.
Yeah.
Before the main event, we will have a caster meeting discussing pronunciation.
Because I looked it up. I literally looked it up. So, I don't know. Maybe I found like some bad English pronunciation, but
I don't know.
Danube River.
Nubi.
There you go.
The Danube River. Lancers have plus 40 HP and plus 1 armor compared to Knights and Castle without upgrades. That's actually not true. You compare early Knights or Royal Knights from Feudal Age to Castle Age Lancers. Yeah. What's your favorite map to watch? Ooh.
I like Google Maps.
I've seen crazy good games on King of the Hill. I don't think it's the most fair map. I've seen fun games on Hill and Dale, but also really boring ones. Not an easy answer for me, say. I think that's one of the biggest problems we have in Age of Empires 4 right now. Actually, maps.
Yeah. Like it's so weird coming from AoE 2 where like even for tournaments we have customized tournament maps, right? Like different variations on stuff.
Yeah.
To just having a set. How many maps are in the game? What's the number for AoE 4? Is it like 10, 12?
No, it's way more. It's I would say like 22 in AoE 4.
Really?
Yeah, like this map pool already has.
Oh, I guess there's
9.
all the water ones that
we
I
have
just
9,
never even.
And then we had like
about,
3 maps. Maybe 15. Maybe 15. Yeah. 3 water maps. Yeah, something like that ballpark.
There's like Warring Islands, Archipelago, all that good
Great
stuff.
Yeah, I honestly think it will be so good for the competitive scene once we can get modding there.
Yeah. Would also love to have a scenario editor.
Yeah, not important to me, but I know that a lot of people want
like,
that, yeah.
Think about the graphics on this game, how you can zoom in and like some of the, like you were zooming on the scout on the cliff earlier, right? And it just looks so cool.
That was nice.
Imagine if you could build your own maps and scenarios in an editor like that. You could make some of the coolest stuff, I think. Like just aesthetically would be very pleasing. Even if it's like the triggers aren't functional and stuff, I think just like creating those scenes, we would have thousands of wallpapers to use.
Yeah. Okay, we had some other donations. We had Lonesome Rider with 25.69. And then we had Dave with $2. Insane Shepherd
That's my
with
boy.
37. And Citadel with a sub. Cheers, everyone.
Good.
Nice one, brother.
I thought you were Palpatining. Like, good, Anakin.
Good. Do it.
Kill him. Okay, they're taking quite some time between games. Holy moly.
Yeah. That's actually what I sound like when I tower rush someone or when I douche someone or something like that. I actually get the Palpatine voice going.
Good.
Yes, good.
Is it?
Dave can sell himself out in the meantime. I don't sell myself, okay? I sell out the prize pool that you can donate to for all the people that participated in this and made it to the round of 12 and the round of 6. You can see the values up there on the screen. All right? Next to Nilly's big head. Okay? And we got another one. Dave and Nilly, best commie duo. We are firmly capitalist, my friend, so denied. But thank you for the money. Appreciate it. I'm sure the players will appreciate it as well.
Wanted to say something. God, though. Ah, yeah, I think I missed the moment. Sometimes
you do that a lot?
you can't do jokes after a moment has passed.
Yeah.
Want to go like the.
I thought that was your specialty, though, like deliberately missing the moment.
No, it's actually callbacks that I do often.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a genius move that a lot of comedians mastered, just like
Callbacks
me.
is in like, give me an example.
And sometimes I miss a moment on some jokes, but that is a callback.
Okay, if you made that joke, let's say theoretically I ran a comedy club, and you made that joke, you wouldn't get a callback.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. 41 Revelants enjoying the show. Let's go.
Let's go,
Let's
dude.
go.
14. Oh, 14, 20, 69. He did the math perfectly, Nilly.
Ooh.
I absolutely love to see it. What a Chad.
I'm removing 1K from the prize pool now.
Where's it going?
My pocket, obviously.
Clearly.
I'll split it with Microsoft 50/50.
Right into mine as soon as we get 40K viewers in the final. Tell you what, you can put that into those cookies that you promised me.
You don't want to get diabetes if I put more sugar in there.
Diabetes.
Diabetes. Prevalence.
They are taking a long time.
Yeah, they got the map seed now. So they should be jumping into it now, and then obviously 5 minutes back delay.
Mist is in there opening his like biology textbook. What biome is correct? Oh man. What's wrong with diabetes? Nothing. Well, other than, you know,
And dive.
it doesn't help.
Depends on what your goals are in life.
Does it though?
Well, if your goal is to get diabetes, getting diabetes is helping you to achieve your goal.
Has anyone ever had that goal?
There are a lot of people. So I don't want to completely rule out that no one had ever had that.
Okay.
No. Observing is possible. I feel a bit like they should have started already, but now they've really started. So we will jump into it in 5 minutes. Yeah.
And it's a mix-up from the last match. They flipped civilizations, and we're going to have Holy Roman Empire for Mista, and we're going to have Delhi for B.
Okay. Linok just messaging me how happy he is. Stop by. Stonewalls should have cost build time increase with distance from starting TC. Ruse ships should only morph using dock production queue and range. Reasonable thoughts. As you know, great balance ideas and discussions like those. Official ageofempires.com forums are helping out. The developers are reading every single comment there. Believe it or not. Thanks for the 5. Mango-friendly fire, please. Another thing. Blue Task with the Prime as well.
Let's go Blue Task. Any other primers out there?
Oh, Linux was so nice in the interview. Yeah, really, really happy. Really happy as well. Is this finals? Best of 7. The last 2 or 3 games of the qualifier. 5th to 13th, the main event. Enoch is a machine who doesn't need sleep. After winning his games, he went to cast 2 games with Grubby. Really?
He's like a Terminator.
That's sick. That's sick. Yeah. He is so nice, yeah.
When was his last, like, you mentioned he had a StarCraft win, right? Like a big win at a tournament?
Yeah, he
When was his last, like, big performance in StarCraft? Do you know?
like the one that I watched was really, really long ago. I would think like 2013-ish.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Like he's an OG in StarCraft as well. Let's see, like, yeah, his Wikipedia is coming back to 2010. His esport earnings in StarCraft 2 are 300k. So like he's honestly like an end boss in StarCraft 2. Let's see, big wins. 50k in 2011. 40k in 2012. 12k 2012. Yeah. But not a lot of stuff happening after 2014. In the big wins. 1.5 minutes to go. Rob, thank you. Hi.
Oh, thank you for the prime, dude. Any other primers?
We
got one.
Do HR Evil speak German? I think in Dark Age they speak Latin. In Feudal Age they speak Italian. And in Imp they speak German. At least in Imp it's fully German, yeah. And they have like really, really funny sayings. And it's like crazy what they did with the sounds. Like really impressive. Okay, 2018 still GSL. Nice. That's the most prestigious StarCraft 2 league. Wer rastet, der rostet.
Got him.
Some good ones. Sidex, Frosty, Prime.
Easy. You will not regret it, all right?
Can spam all those emotes during the main event. Who does? No. Wer rastet, der rostet means if you chill, you rust. Something like that. If you don't move, you rust.
You rust.
If you don't move, you rust.
Okay. German's secretly made out of metal. Understand?
Yeah. Machine.
Duh. That's Russian.
Okay. Someone cheering for B, apparently.
I realized as soon as I said it, it's not even the right language. All right. Delhi against HRE here on Danube River. We've got B playing in the red, and we have Mista playing in the blue. And Nili, we saw this matchup last game. Opposite civs for the players. How is it going to play out differently here?
Well, first of all, the big question will be Mista's dock here that he might build at the front. Might not be too happy with this. 2 Shawfish here at the side. This is not a restart. I know that a lot of Mista fans won't be happy. A dock further down will be better for him. We have the double scout opening, and we have B with 1 scout opening, and he has a very reasonable dock spot here.
Yeah, and Mista already finding the dock from B, already harassing the villager. She should be able to complete that and get herself back before she dies. She get herself home before she dies? Yeah.
I think so. Scout's really not that crazy good. Attack speed not the worst thing ever. And yeah, we will see.
That fish is really bad.
That
for
fish is
Mista.
really bad.
Holy.
Fish is really bad.
Holy.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh well, he does have fish options to go to
Okay.
the right side there. The first one's not too far away. It just comes into play once he gets through that one. He's gonna be pretty far away. Maybe needs to place a second dock over there. That's a big investment though, and he goes for the wall off on the ford across the river, so no ships can pass.
This feels bad. Poof. Did admin give the seat? I will trust them. As I said, I'm the caster here. And we will have the gold mine. Now being dropped by Mr. B. Goes for the berries, so not the biggest fight for water here. Interesting approach.
Okay, B now scouting the dock for Mista. He knows exactly where that is. I think he saw the wall as well. No, he has not found the wall yet. So what's the opening here from B?
Okay. It is interesting, right, that he's going on to the mill that early. So it feels like a fast castle approach. We obviously know the Mista with HRE is heavily trying to contest the relics and will most likely go for the goal to get 3 of them. 3 kind of in the center, 1 close by. So 1 kind of guaranteed. And B, he can play some good fast castle approaches here. Also 3 villagers on gold, and I think it's simply full Lancer with a transition and maybe build some horsemen on the way to Castle Age there to contest those relics.
Still no Moscow.
Well, still you get the upgrades even though it's slow. So not the worst thing ever. Maybe some wood investment that you rather want to see
Look at
put
that
into the
wall
fishing ships.
for Mista. Goes to the wall on the ford there, and then goes to the wall over the land.
Ooh.
Even though the land is not completely blocked off through the middle yet. It's only the water at the moment. Now on the bottom side as well. He'll need to place another one at the top there.
Let's take a look. Okay. Yeah, I don't mind this at all. And could maybe get to all those relics. Big question will be, what does Mr. see? Dome of Faith now coming, Moss coming as well. And Mr. scouted the Dome of Faith. So we'll have a good idea how quickly the opponent is getting up. While the Mr. probably a spot with a relatively good Aachen Chapel there in the back. And we're still expecting a fast castle from him.
Yep. B also with 7 fishing ships right now. Mista with only 5. But I don't hate it if your fish are that far away. Like, to just make 5 like that seems appropriate. And B trying to pull all those sheep back to his TC. Mista is following with his own scout. Still not much aggression or plans for aggression as of yet. It's just walls from Mista, fish from B, and like you said, likely more of a fast castle passive approach.
Mr. He could wall the bottom there. Probably didn't have the greatest. Okay, now watch the center a bit more. I don't mind that one. Has lots and lots of vision on this map. Quite a nice job there. And I think some walls at the bottom could make sense to guarantee himself, obviously, another relic. Plus, be safe against the raids. B has to go for army. And goes for the blacksmith first. Okay. Interesting choice.
He's getting Sanctity right now. All his upgrades queued up behind that. Still only 1 scholar. Okay, he goes for more out of the Dome of the Faith. All right.
Okay, how are resources looking for Mr.? Lots of gold. Now switches on to more food villagers as well. Scholar, Prelate a bit misplaced. Shift click not really there for Mr. either. And yeah, we've seen Vortex make a fast castle play without any fish at all. Feels like that's the fastest timing. Mr. went for some fish. Still, should have a really solid economy then.
He added more fish behind that too. He was at 5 while he was going up, and now he's at 8. Definitely needs to think about repositioning that dock or maybe making one even further down. Especially since he has the walls, like, in the middle of the map there.
Yeah.
He's got access to all of that stuff left of his initial wall. Should be fine.
Okay, some walls here, and Lucifron finished castle at 734. Ooh, that's quick. Compare that to Mr. He's 710 and only 500 food, 600 gold. But obviously Mr. will have the way better economy with all the fish behind it. So good on him in that regard.
Hey, a military building, a stable from our Delhi player. And a stable from Mr. as well, so...
Yeah, makes sense. Some horsemen, then some lancers after that one, some knights. I still don't like how Mister's walling the bottom. It feels like the super safe approach, but you are walling yourself one relic, like out of one relic, plus you give the sacred site to the Delhi player.
Yeah, just, it seems kind of weird, right? Because he had the scout over there too.
I think what he's doing is he will go for this wall as a safe wall.
And then he'll go for another one forward?
Yeah, I think that's the approach.
That's smart, actually. It's quite smart.
Yeah, wanted to be safe against maybe early horsemen. And early horsemen indeed are coming here. He's not really on gold. This is a full horseman play, but it's fully walled. Oh, I think we need a transporter.
Once again, like, if it's a full horseman play, why do you have 800 food still in the bank? Feels like it should have been streamlined a little bit better, right? I mean, he doesn't have the gold to go up. So the scholar now goes to the sacred site.
Yeah, we'll get it though. Right, and maybe barracks at the top for Mr. to contest that could be an option. Scout number 2 out, Dragon's Cathedral is coming. And I actually don't mind the position of Mr. Like, it's guaranteed 2 relics for him. Big question will he be able to get the one in the center? But with some knights, he should.
Okay, Scholar survives. Over on the left-hand side, the wolves
Does he?
are attacking the horsemen now.
Oh, okay.
Scout looking for the pick. And that'll be his sacred site for sure. And now that villager can't come forward and wall. And remember, that relic is right near there too.
Yeah. So not an easy pick-off. Goes for a house at the top. And what do we have behind this? One stable only. Would have loved to see some more. Goes for barracks now. So maybe some spearmen. And relics should be picked off pretty soon. Actually, no real prelates prepared. Bit disappointed by Mr. there. Contest the center.
Still not really producing any of them. And there's the wall. There's the wall from B. So he's going to try and prevent these prelates from going across and snagging those relics. And if he gets that wall down, there's really only going to be, what, 1 relic available for Mista to take easily. And it's near that market in the middle, or the trade post in the middle.
Yeah, yes, one on the way. So will be 2. And he could technically still go for that relic at the top sacred site, but obviously really long distance there to go and get there first. Wall now kind of
finished.
finished.
Make a transport too.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. He goes for a Hulk. Okay. Hulk still needs 15 shots to open it, but obviously completely uncontested.
There's horsemen on the other side of that gate. No!
Oh, but gets away.
He gets away!
No losses.
He opened the door, he's like, nope. Goes right back through. Grab the relic and convert. You can convert over a gate, right?
I'm pretty
on the
sure,
other
yeah.
side?
Yeah. Okay, but Mr. That is really late. Can he save himself? And B now sees it. He has a scout around. Knights as well, trying to run away. Yeah, that prelate won't make it home. 14 villagers now building the, I would assume, House of Learning. Indeed, was for stronger lancers. Conversion, not in time.
Conversion, not gonna happen, yeah.
And Mr. right now, only 1 relic, really. Really nice approach by B.
Attacking the gate. Trying to get through. And double barracks from Mista. And here come the men-at-arms.
Both still helping out. Man-at-arms, is that really the best option though? That's only Feudal Age Man-at-arms as well. Not really upgraded. Spearman, only Dark Age Spearman as well. That's not a crazy army. I think Horsemen can deal with this. Actually, Knight itself is already strong.
When did the sacred sites get captured? Exactly.
It was neutralized at some point a bit as well. I would say like minute.
11 minutes.
I would have said 9.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. I think it has been quite some time. Certainly something we will take a look at. And this one is one of the more aggressive ones here out of our Danube River games. Simply because lots of Feudal Age aggression already forced. Mista now comes over. I think maybe conversion makes lots of sense. And those horsemen will be late. This could be a big conversion. No, gets out of the radius.
Just gets out of there on time. That was almost great timing there from Mista to preemptively click that. And the horsemen will be going after the prelate. Mista is trying to get his military involved. It's not enough, though. Another prelate falls. He will get that relic back eventually, though. Just a delaying action from B.
And now a Hulk helping out in that engagement there at the bottom. So this is really good. And he could equalize water quite nicely. Bagla obviously losing to a Hulk. So could be a winning battle for our HRE player.
And we need a couple Baglas at least to start fighting that guy. Wow, he needs to prevent that Hulk from coming over because he's got how many fishing ships? 16 fishing ships for B behind this, by the way.
Ooh, but second Bagla on the way. So, and I don't see a second Hulk queued up by Mista. Which could actually really help because Lance is already knocking at the front door.
I like the fact B keeps sending horsemen over there, too, towards that relic. Now, these ones are going to die, but I love the idea of delaying that relic as long as possible.
Okay, so roughly 9 minutes. So let's assume 19 minutes would be the winning condition for the sacred site, but nothing really protecting the one in the center. So I'm actually not getting too scared for Mista here, who is now finally looking good to take the second relic. Feels really late. But so fine.
Okay, archery range is being added here from B. He's going to add 2 more of them in, and an elephant on the field here. Let's go.
Ooh, and war elephants are crazy good against knights. You need mass spearmen to really deal with that. Oh, that's good. Explosive down now added as well. Hulk still trying to fight off, but should lose the 2v1 fight quite significantly against the Baglas. So not the greatest approach there. Oh, B, I think with the war elephant setting himself up quite nicely.
I love the guy sitting on top of the war elephant. Like, he's really stretching out there. Like he's really flexible, Millie. That's all I'm gonna say.
True.
Okay, elephant going right past the spearman there. Probably not a fight he wants to take at the moment. Wants to save this unit. It's very expensive.
Hunt Spearman now chasing those down. More knights coming over, and likely that he will actually save it. Sacred Site now being neutralized there as well with the Spearman, and feels like maybe fishing ships could help in this one. Mista can't really commit.
Take a look at the villager count right here. We got economy 53 for Mista, economy 63 for B. I believe that counts the fishing ships, right?
Correct.
So,
yeah, fishing ships count double basically. That's why it doesn't really add up to the 94.
yeah. Oh, and there's a forward dock for Mista. Interesting. Right on top of the fish from B. So he wants to get a dock over here, get control of this middle area, and then keep control of it with water.
Beach workshop now as well. Fishing ships helping out in that fight. I don't think Mista really wants to stay in there, but yeah, sacred sites at least not a winning condition right now. Mista taking another engagement. That war elephant still could help out quite a bit. And now we see the siege workshop for Mista. I'm not even sure what he wants to go for. I think Springdales makes some sense against the water. I think he needs to go for more spearmen.
Well, there's going to be tower war elephants now. And it's not just the war elephant. There's the tower elephants as well. Following up behind this. But the spearmen still feel pretty good in this situation from Mista.
Oh, Mista pushing this one back. Okay-ish. Is the dock going up? Not really. Did he lose the villager there or something? It's a bit weird.
Maybe he tasked it to something else. I don't know. That foundation's been there for quite a while. Look at the resources for Mista.
Lots of them. Could use the market to easily go up. Okay, now queues up some more. So that's double springled, men-at-arms, scout, spearman. So long queue out of him. And yeah, I don't mind that. Still some villagers mixed in there in this army. That's why I can't really maneuver too well. Just feels so weird that he still didn't try to build that dock.
Is that 3 relics for B?
Yeah, well, very likely, right?
Nice.
We only have 2 for Mista, plus still the Sacred Sites. So gold income really solid for B here against HRE. And now it's 4 Tower War Elephants. Oh god, that's tricky.
5. He's building up his numbers. Ooh. It was looking really good for Mista. He had a good position there, but suddenly strong units coming onto the field here for B. And another Tower War Elephant on the way.
Mista
And more in
heavily
production.
housed. Mista heavily housed this time. Is he building houses somewhere? I can't find it. It's house for so long already. Now 1 house. That's not enough with your queue.
Income per minute is looking pretty nuts for B too. 1,500 food per minute. Whew. He's taking a good fight here, running away with the elephants now. Spearmen engaging a little bit against the horsemen in front. The elephants getting shots on them, and the spearmen are just trying to close the distance, but the Springolds are out of position. And now the Lancers are able to engage against them.
Oh, but B is losing so much against all those spearmen here, though. Are they surviving? I'm not even sure. Yeah, actually.
The Scholars are healing, Nilly.
Oh,
That was a
missing
really
so
good
much.
fight for B. That was a really good clear up.
Oh, finding so many good kills here.
Dude, I don't even think he lost an elephant there.
Oh, I think maybe 1 went down.
I think he
but
saved one at
7?
42 HP. Like, that was an amazing clear up for him, and Mista got a little bit too confident, I think. Springles got out of position. Spearman dove in against the elephants. Good micro there from B, and suddenly he's got control of the middle, and he's the one pushing back across the forward this time.
Oh, and I don't think 1 hull can stop this army. Still so much HP on them. Spearmen around, and it feels like a lot of the fishing ships are dying. Look at the damage output against those as well.
It's crazy. This unit is nutty, man.
Elephant getting healed. More scholars being sent
Oh,
in.
demolition ship! Demolition ship! It's waiting!
Oh, no connection.
Oh, B saw it at the last second. He was just sitting there, Mista. Didn't see the opportunity that he had, but he will be able to push these elephants back with his spearmen. He's going to block them with the ships. Great maneuvering there with the fishing ships.
Still a demo.
To block that elephant. He's going to clear up the other 2. The demolition ship does go down, but he's prevented B from coming across for the time being.
Okay, on the way to Imperial Age, Palace of Swabia is around here. And another demo could find the kill. 10 HP there on the Tower War Elephant. And it feels like Mista stabilized quite nicely. Oh no, did he? Look at all those towers and more men-at-arms coming over. Oh, that's a big force.
Really great attention to detail from B to keep those Tower War Elephants moving on the other side, too. He split the Spearmen into like 3 separate groups, and he was getting shots on all 3, getting really good value there. Mista now in the Imperial Age. He's got another demolition ship at the dock ready to go if B gets out of position, but Mista is going to call it as B makes his way across, and big swing there. One big fight in the middle. We thought Mista had a decent position, but B took his time, built up the Tower War Elephants. One really good fight. Completely changed the game.
Wow. And yeah, maybe a bit impatient there. He had the double relic, right? We feel like if it's going towards Imp, it's nice as well. Maybe some stonewalling and more water control could have really helped him out there.
That was a, why does he GG after getting the Imp? Well, that's a common thing, right? You want to get up to the next stage to show your opponent you could, and then you call it, maybe.
Let me quickly check something. Okay, I will need an estimation there. So apparently B is really sick and feels like he needs a small break. He's been sick for the last weeks already, he says. I think I will allow them 10 minutes.
10 minutes? But how many primes and donations we can get in 10 minutes?
I don't know. But you figure that one out. Okay, apparently both players agree to take a break. Please start before 21:18. 21:17. Right? I think that makes sense. If both players agree they need a break, we are not in a time rush, really. And I obviously want to have them play the best games that they potentially can.
Does Dave not have a sellout emote yet? I tell you what, brother. If you donate $200, I'll think about getting a sellout emote.
That's solid. That's really solid. Ooh. Okay, so we have Mr. losing with HRE, and we have Delhi winning for B. What are our maps that we still have? We have Mongolian Heights, and we have King of the Hill. We have French Mongols likely for Mr. and Mongol English for B. Ooh. Oh, Abbasid as well. Ah, we had the China win. Ooh, that's interesting.
We have Chinese for Mista too.
Yeah, I don't see Mr. playing Chinese here as French and Mongol still as an option. Especially on King of the Hill. I think King of the Hill, French makes lots of sense. Mongolian Heights, Mongols make lots of sense. I think we will have a Mongol mirror on Mongolian Heights, potentially as game 7. And King of the Hill, English against French. I think that makes lots of sense. Yeah. King of the Hill is taking 100% Mongols. I would bet against that.
This guy does have Hill in his name, though.
Okay, then I wouldn't bet against you then. Okay, my
Yeah.
bad. I will take that back. By the way, Aussie Drongo is a crazy dude as well. Like, he cast like 2 hours before qualifiers started. That's 7.5 hours ago. I think he should have like 10 a.m. now. I think we started at his 1 a.m.
It's an Aussie, though, online. Like, that's the way they grew up, you know?
Okay.
Any Aussie gamer will tell you that you got to make do, Nilly.
Okay.
You got to adapt,
Yori
overcome,
8.
survive.
Thanks for the sub. I will take a quick pee. Be right back.
Did he leave me unmuted? Can you hear me, stream? I'm assuming you can. Thank you for the gifted sub, by the way. Hi. All right. What's the prize pool sitting at? We don't have that scene overlay guy. Anyone? Do we know? Need more money for the people who lost. Grumpy, that's what I'm talking about, dude. Thank you for the prime for Nilly. You're muted. Definitely. 1420, 69 last I checked. No, I think we actually went above that. I was nervous for a bit because I didn't think anyone would donate with that value. I think we would all want it to stay there. China is stronger than Mongols. Take your word for it. Are you excited to go to Germany? Yeah, man. Always a little bit stressed out for sure. Especially with like COVID traveling and stuff, you know. You got to go through all the hoops and make sure all your paperwork is correct. Then you download the app for every country and fill out their forms and all of that stuff. You don't want to be stuck in an airport, right? Because you didn't get the right test result or something like that. So Tell us something you wouldn't tell in front of Nilly. I'd tell almost anything in front of Nilly. Right, Nilly?
What did I miss?
They said, tell us something you wouldn't tell in front of Nilly. And I said, I'd tell almost anything in front of you, probably.
I think there's nothing you would tell Twitch chat that you wouldn't tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's things that I would tell you that I wouldn't tell Twitch chat.
I would think so.
Yeah.
For example, how big your Facebook offer was.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us
Not
something
very
that you
big.
wouldn't tell us.
I would definitely tell Nilly how much I hate Twitch chat, but I would never tell Twitch. Wait.
Oh no.
How big was the Facebook offer? Vast.
What would happen if one player can't go to Germany? Depends on when we find out. Depends on who. Depends on why. You know what map is next? It has to be King of the Hill. And I'm expecting a French-English matchup. Maybe French Abbasids. Could actually work out as well.
Any info on why Hera canceled? Exclamation mark Hera, my friend. It's not even my channel, Jazz. But I know.
Any info why Hera cancelled?
Well, I don't know about the canceled. I was speaking about the cancellation, not the cancellation.
Chinese
What do you
will be
think
picked?
of the emote on my channel, by the way? What do you think of this one? This is a good combo right here. Cyclops Nilly, I like this one.
I didn't even know of that one. How many, like,
It's tier 3 though. It's very exclusive. It's very exclusive.
do we have 3 Nilly emotes?
3 of my tier 3 emotes are this, this, and this. Right? And then I have that one. And then I have
Oh,
Professor Strategy, of course.
God. Oh god. Oh,
Cyclops Nilly is definitely my favorite.
oh.
It's definitely the best.
Oh.
It's so cursed.
Damn.
Just, I'll have you know, Nilly, that if I didn't like you, I would never have your face as an emote on my channel.
Okay. Well,
And-
I have
and
doubt and I
have
don't like
5
doubt.
I have 5 emotes dedicated to you. And I only have 1 dedicated to Slam and 1 dedicated to Tristan.
Sick. Sick.
So
But Slams is animated. You don't have a single animated of me.
Slams might be like it's my top 3 emotes on Twitch, I think. My
Okay,
favorites.
okay.
Slams is right up there.
Which are the
It's
others?
A good one. I like Forehead. I think that's a good looking emote. I use it all the time.
Okay.
And then
Why is solid?
other emote, it's tough. I don't know. It like rotates for me.
It used to be grassed out for me.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let's see, like most used ones. Nearly Raid, Nearly Tunac, Nearly Energy, Happy Smiley, Nearly High, Come On Brew, Nearly Love, Nearly D, Nearly Pog.
Like your most used emotes or your own
All
emotes?
mine, yeah. Like
Oh,
Happy,
God,
Happy
dude.
Smiley and Come On Brew. And
Dude.
Lull. Dance game as well.
Using your own emotes.
Yikers.
Imagine. Mem's infected you, dude. You're turning into Mem. I need a Yikers emote for sure.
No, maybe.
We know why they are taking so long right now. B says he's sick, so he's taking a small break. Except that doesn't really work with the kawaii mode in the middle. Gotta have the flat face.
Okay, so 10 minutes are over. B is still not here.
Why does he have the exclamation mark in his name? Is
think
3D
it's-
exclamation mark like the team?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, both players are here and ready to go.
Use the time for a donation pitch. We've already tried that.
Didn't work.
It's really sad. I mean, no one wants to donate anymore. It's terrible.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Not even Mista fans are donating.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're...
I don't honestly, Nilly. I don't think we're gonna get any others.
I don't think so.
I think this is it.
That's bad, man. But what can you do?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Tragic.
Game 6, King of the Hill. So they're loading up a draft, and it is drumroll. I predicted French versus English. Mongolian Heights, Mongol Mirror to finish it off. TheMista picked. B still waiting. Emotional drum roll for me. Reveal. Mongol Mirror.
Mongol Mirror.
What?
Did Hill Guy not say this? Did Hill Guy not say this?
Hill guy is so much smarter than me.
Yeah, I told you, dude. He had Hill in his name.
Oh, sick. This is, I think, bad for Mista.
Someone VIP that man.
What are we playing on Mongolian Heights then? Probably English for B? And what is Mista playing? French or Chinese? If we get to
I
game
don't know.
7. I think this is a stiff advantage for B in game 7.
Well, Mista's got to make it through this one first, so.
And
I think the primary concern going into this game is just getting to the next Snilly. And if you're matching up against Mongols, you probably want Mongols, right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I can see how, like, playing Chinese or French, you could struggle a lot against Mongols. Yeah, on King of the Hill. So I can see that thought process, yeah. And yeah, Mongols are just so good. Yeah, I don't mind it.
Oh, we still didn't get anything to the prize pool. I think we're actually right. There's no more donations coming in.
Yeah. What's the price difference between winning this set and not? Right now, $121 to at least $5,000 plus fight, plus hotel, plus all other expenses, plus food, drinks, and an incredible experience that he can't put a price tag on.
The chance to meet me in person.
Oh boy, I would pay 5,000. Oh wait, I'm paying for that.
Goddamn right.
I'm actually paying for your flights, for your
Hey,
food.
Yep.
Damn.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Only in D4C.
D4C. Dave's.
No, there's no abbreviation for it. No, you don't
Oh.
know. You don't know. It's just D4C.
Oh. Dave's 4th completely subsidized trip to Europe. That's
Okay.
what D4C is.
Okay.
Hey, Hillberries with the leet. Thank you. I hope Dave gets business seats. No. I tried to book them, but Nilly was really
Not
strict
on my
about that
watch.
kind of thing. Yeah. It was only $6,000 more. I mean, it wasn't like
Yeah. Wonder how much Linux flight will cost. We had, I think Aussie Drongo cost like $1.6K dollars, and Vodka the Observer cost 44 euros. So small difference.
make a fundraiser, name it Save AOE. What are we doing for in between days for N4C? Or like in between content?
More games.
More games?
Yeah.
Are we supposed to play as casters? Because I'm
No.
not gonna lie to you, I'm probably not as good as the rest of you guys, so
No. There's basically, there should be very little in between time.
okay.
Like we have 4 best of. Thank you. We have 4 best of 5s per day. I would assume that's 10 hours content per day, with like people switching stuff, pre-talk, after interview, and such. I will obviously do some interviews with the players, and we will also have making it to 61, making it 1500. Well, whoopsie. Exor, BMTF Twitch, and Green Mage, thanks for supporting, as well as Hillberries.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So you don't need me to like bring my controller or anything? We're good?
I think bring it. We still don't have any content for the show match before the finals.
Alright.
Yeah.
Just grab some noob off the street and I can clap him.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
3.5 minutes to go. So Dave, we slowed down a bit. How do we activate chat again? 3-2 score. B with 2 match points.
How do we activate chat again?
Yeah, it's like it slowed down a bit, right? People
Fine.
got angry. Then they felt, okay, now I don't get more input to get more angry. Maybe ask them to cheer for who they want to win, and then blame them if their player loses. Sounds like a reasonable strategy, no?
Okay. If you're cheering for I need a 1, 2, 3, let's go B for the Russian player, okay? And I need a brothers and sisters, we're cheering for Mista.
Copy pasta the shit out of it.
Good.
When 1, 2, 3, let's go B. Okay.
Actually, in another life, I was a cheerleader. Honestly,
Nice.
I think it'd be a good one.
Talk about vaccines. Yeah, favorite topics. Vaccines. Also, like Russia-Ukraine crisis. Great stuff.
Yeah.
Brother and sister
1,
for
2, 3,
Mr.
let's go B. Yeah.
Nice. Look at those emotes.
There we go.
Nice.
5 followers, Maxim. Oh my god. Seeing the dumpster bot account. Absolutely dunked on. Canada truckers, please. I've heard enough of that. Please. Please. That's all I ever hear about.
Sub if you support Mr. Donate if you support B. So a Mr. supporter there. Rust Air.
In Berlin, I think Dave could play a controller player game on the street wearing undies and still no one would mind. No one would mind what?
Everyone would enjoy. No one could mind their business because everyone would be watching.
Yeah.
But before MR, do you need to get into Berghain? It's actually, if you are above 900, you can't get in.
What's that?
Berghain is basically one of the most famous clubs in the world. It's in Berlin. And it's very known for having a hard door. In the sense like that very few people get in.
Oh, like MMR cap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so 15 seconds to go. As you all know, lot on the line. Lots of controversials that you are free to put into your diaries if you feel like it. We will have King of the Hill, the last home map of TheMista. We will have B playing Mongols. TheMista also putting Mongols on the field. Do or die situation for TheMista. This is the moment where you continue with your copy pastors and really cheer for the one that you want to go through, because it's 2 match points for B. In the blue trunks, we will have TheMista starting this one off. Reasonable stone spawn for him. Reasonable woodline for him as well. On the other side, we have B with a really...
Where is he going, Nilly?
He doesn't have a woodline. He is going
oh my
in the wrong
god!
direction.
He actually doesn't.
Where's the second woodline? Are those two his woodlines? Did he go to the right? Where did he spawn?
Where did he start?
He went to the right. What
Where
is
did
this?
He start?
He started
Did he not
here.
scout that at all?
He saw the woodline. It's in vision. This woodline was in vision. This one. And he decided to not go for it. Okay.
Is it in vision though? It's not.
It's
in vision for me.
It's in vision. Yeah.
Oh. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is in vision of B. He decided to not go for it and went for the bigger woodlines here at the sides. Now the scout at it. Super far away over. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. How are villager counts looking like? 6?
Yeah, it's 6 for B and 9 for Mista.
Are you kidding me?
That
Massive
is,
advantage.
Such a sacrifice there in terms of time. And you're right, he did scout that woodline.
You always spawn with 1 in vision. And yeah, people... no, I shouldn't read. This is crazy good for Mista. I don't understand how Mista, who clearly saw that one, didn't go for it.
Mista's gotta be wandering around here like, bro?
What? He might lose his Khan, honestly. Like, because he won't be expecting the town center to be there. He should be super careful. Mr.
Guys, the spawn was fair. The woodline's there.
Yeah. He simply ran into the wrong direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted to be tricky and got punished for it. It's another, like, greedy approach. This is wild. Okay, this is really good for Mista. Obviously, as you all know, Mongolian Heights. Potential game number 7. Home map of B. Chinese, French, the options for Mista. B can go for English and Abbasid if we go to game number 7. Nearly already getting ahead of himself. Now the Gur here and getting an 8k gold mine. So good start. Also the signature move by TheMista, the early pasture next to the ovo. Happy to get.
And B is so far away from his ovo. He's making a barracks near the town center. His ovo is a million miles away. Same with his golds too, Nilly. Like, I guess he can go to the middle there, but...
So weird.
Holy...
Okay, even killed...
Mista knows where the GC is too.
Yeah. This is... Ay. I think it's easy to make a 5-hour podcast only about this set. It's like so many weird things happened, and now he sees the barracks. He can actually block the barracks now. What you want to do, if you have like the IQ that I have, you actually kill sheep around the ovo so that the barracks cannot place itself there. But
And B is just sniping the sheep for Mista, he did place the barracks a little further back. He's going to get a spearman out now, so he can 100% unfold that barracks next to the Uvu. This is a yikers start if I've ever seen one.
Okay, and Mr. His base is so tight. Obviously, all villagers together, the Ovo behind. He will just fly to feudal age, and those spearmen will achieve very little. Although spearmen, it's only one, right? He's still not next to the Ovo. Only one production.
Okay, spearman coming out to the middle now. Barracks still set up in the middle there, not on the move.
Outpost now to
Villager count 18 for Mista and 15 for B. Just a solid 3 vills behind this entire game.
But like feudal age timing will be behind even more, right?
Yeah.
Was we already 80% on the way to feudal age here? First spearman is coming in, but outpost will be there for the defense. And obviously that Khan will just tickle away HP there, will be pretty happy. Tower finishes, spearman easily dying.
I don't know what to say here.
Well, let's see what the approach is going to be. With the defensive tower, you could go on the greedy side and maybe make some small army investment and then into big castle age play happen, especially like double production lands, the double production men-at-arms are an option. B only now clicks up to feudal age, and look at that, just really wants to go up. 8 villages on deer stones, does not want to fall too far behind. And Mista, now with the feudal age can be a bit more annoying, goes for the archery range here, the Mista.
Still 3 villagers ahead. Archer range coming around that Uvu, and B's gold is pretty exposed. If there's going to be archers out there, like, he's going to have to move that even way over to the left. Even those gold options are so exposed, like...
Yeah. Just so
everything's
far away.
Going to be rough.
Now, feudal age Khan against dark age Khan, actually not really fair. Could maybe find another villager kill, 14 HP. Is he committing to this one? Needs 3 more shots, and another hit behind the woodline. Woodline is actually blocking the line of sight. Can he click it and commits?
Nope.
Nice save.
Nice save. Good save there from B. He needs it. I mean, he's been behind consistently by 3 vills this whole time. Right now, Miss is at 24. B is at 20 villagers now, so even a little bit idle time mixed in.
And that was a really nice save. It's still feudal age against dark age Khan, right? Look at that. Like, constant shooting forces more and more villagers back. That tower might not even go up.
Here come 2 archers, Nilly. If he keeps delaying that tower with that feudal age Khan, which it looks like he can, the archers are going to show up.
More villagers
and start hitting the villagers as well. The archers are about 5 seconds away here. Villagers working on the outpost. They should be able to finish that.
Let's take a look.
Maybe
one down.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
Okay, but tower goes up. Somewhat stabilizing. But yeah, certainly a pretty good position here for Mista. Did quite some damage. 4 archers out now. Oh, if that can't falls off B, might be over. He really needs to keep that one alive.
Yeah, and he does. He pulls it back in time, so that's good. Mista producing more archers here.
And 4 horsemen pretty soon. 4 early horsemen out on the field. Goes for the upgrade, and look at that amount of archers already. Oi, 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 oi.
Mongols, man.
Crazy production now goes for arrow slits. Makes lots of sense. Knows how important this area is. Look at the stone count of B as well. If he holds, and if he gets production around this one, he can just go for so much army, but big if, and will take quite some time. Archers will already be annoying the front.
And the gold for him is just going to be such a struggle. Like, soon enough, this outpost isn't going to do anything, and he doesn't notice as the archers come in, and a villager goes down. He's only got 2 vills over there, and they're idle. Mista has also sent horsemen over to the Ovu on the other side, so he could potentially do a little bit of damage there, but the spearmen are already out from B, so he's going to defend for the time being until the archers make their way over there from Mista.
But
what's the production here from Mista? He's going just into more archers, I guess.
Okay, no more horsemen. 3 on gold. Now the waypoint on gold. So I would assume this is mostly the army that he will work with before going to Castle Age. I don't mind that one at all. And that's a scary archer plus horseman army. I think just fully committing against the Ovo could be good. Goes for the barracks, though. No, okay. Ovo makes way more sense. Can't run away.
Ovo and just sit there with your archers, and he can't engage with the spearmen. Doesn't really have the forces to come behind this either. And I see more units, more horsemen, I think, on the way from... No, nothing on the way from Mista. Okay.
Yeah. Wants to go Castle Age, get some damage done against the Khan. Let's take a look, 37 HP there. Now the scout in, spearmen should do a pretty good job, but one horseman arriving as well, but only an early horseman.
A couple of those spearmen are weak too. Should be able to micro them down. There goes another one. There's a weak one chasing those horsemen. As soon as the spearmen are gone, the horsemen can just engage here. B doing a good job coming behind the archers, though, and wiping up some numbers. 2 more archers go down. Spearmen are still alive there. It's not the perfect fight for him, but he's made do with what he has.
Okay, solid. Still not having the Khan really hurts Mista in this fight. Spearman numbers looking solid, and therefore Mista has to disengage. But as we mentioned, he's mainly thinking about castling this one. And this army, not scary enough by B to really contest the tower.
He's still with a bunch of stone in the bank, too.
Well, can't really go for the production, right? Only the barracks is next to it. So maybe the stable over there goes for the horseman upgrade now. But look at that. Still some army left here for Mista. He will be annoying. Will harass this. B will have to react. And I think like it's likely that B clears up the army in the back. And then Mista actually reaches Castle Age.
Double barracks coming up around the Ovo from Mista.
Oh, this feels wrong. Oh, for Mista. Okay. Yeah, for Mista, that makes lots of sense. Going for the man-at-arm behind this one. Now expands away from his wood line, running dry at the front. As we know, we always spawn with 2 small wood lines here. Lots of pastures. Love that engagement. And Ovo down to 450 HP. Bit surprised that he didn't try to start the burning process there. And get the bounty. Oh, spearman around, but Hans Khan now finally helping out against the spearman again, potentially. Relatively even fight. Khan needs to run. Mista really wants to save that one. Would be ugly for him. He's just about to reach Castle Age pretty soon. Wants to have that one. Ooh, dies again. Kind of sloppy, but still really solid army advantage. And now on the way to Castle Age with 12 villagers, likely to be the step readout indeed.
I would love to agree with you, but you've been roboto for me for the last minute.
Okay.
But I think what you were saying is correct, Nilly.
Nice.
I'm going to trust you.
Okay. Yeah, I was a bit surprised how you were so silent, but I just went like, okay, well then I'm the play-by-play caster here and actually say what's happening in the fight.
Yeah.
Trying to shine.
Perfect.
And Mista just waiting for the Khan to spawn again. 75 seconds away. Step readout will finish. And then only 2 barracks. I think I would like to see some more. I think Lancers could be something as well. And I wouldn't actually mind. Oh, 3rd barracks at the front. Okay, that makes sense. So reinforcement will be around. Now another outpost in the center. And honestly, B in a tricky situation here. How can he deal with this?
Yeah, and the raids on the gold are going to keep coming. That gold is just in such a bad spot at the middle. Every time B brings his army somewhere else, Mystic can go over there with some horsemen and pick that off. It's going to be super ugly. What's the production going to be? Men-at-arms, indeed. Double men-at-arms for multiple barracks here for Mista, so he's going to get those numbers up quickly.
Still no
Villager count, 43 for Mista, 36 for B.
Quite some losses there, and as you mentioned before, gold will be the next attack point. Already some low HP villagers there, another outpost. Movement speed should be quite nice. Deerstone's helping out, and just feels like the first man-at-arm rate should be pretty good. Now the step reduct as well. Yura is running away, but only with 4 villagers, with 5 villagers. Okay, now pulled some more, up to 13, but the raid is coming in any time.
Even a prayer tag coming in from Mista.
Oh, yeah, he's the one who really likes that. Let me see. Only 1 armor upgrade on those men-at-arms. But, oh god, lots of villagers are so exposed. Oh, this could be some dead ones.
I know you want that on the gold for sure, but that's so far forward, right? For the landmark, you need to go up to the next stage, and it looks like Mista is going to be able to deny that. But I guess if you're in B's position, you got to take some risks. You're not going to win this just playing super safely.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's take a look here. That's so many villagers likely to die. Oh, you really want to go up to Castle Age, but that's more men
quite
at
a few of them. It's actually saving quite a few of the weak ones. And now some of them are going to go down. The landmark is almost complete. Loses another villager.
But how can he save those? Only 5 villagers can fit into the tower. Now runs away. Still no gold income for him. And be in such a world of pain. Pop 36, 32 villagers. 2 military only. His opponent is sitting at 48 villagers, 14 military. And so many low HP villagers around here. Looks really good for Mista to force a game 7 here.
Yep. And the horsemen are once again on the Uvu on the other side. That's almost out of stone over there. So it doesn't really matter all that much. And 15 villager difference here. Mista keeps up the production. B can barely keep himself safe. And he can't even make use of that step readout because of the army there. And now the villagers are out of the outpost. This seems pretty over, Nilly.
Market play now by B here. Quite surprised. Okay, he's floating lots of wood, so I can see how he tries to make something happen there. More men-at-arms trading off, and Step Reduct is repositioning itself, but can't really be enough. B is not really putting on the numbers here on the field. Still tries to make something happen. Khan, obviously, crazy unit, but both got one.
What resources are you making it happen with, though? He's got 140 food in the bank, 4 gold in the bank, 700 wood. Granted, he does have more stone, but it's just nothing to produce with. And now all of his economy is garrisoned inside that town center. Mista doesn't even care about that fire. He's going to engage anyway. He's going to get picks on the villagers. Here come more men-at-arms. Over, and B taps out here after a rocky start to this game. Mista takes it easily.
Yeah, well, it just felt like B somehow aiming to go for a bigger woodline than the normal 2 small ones that you are given on this map. Maybe misreading the map, maybe a misclick, something happened there, I'm not sure. Maybe something for an interview afterwards. And certainly not the greatest opening, and from there it just felt like Mista. Also, the Spearman not really doing too much. Felt really clean for our player from Greece.
And now we go into game 7.
Mm-hmm.
Mongolian Heights. And I see the civs.
Okay.
And it will be Chinese. No, I'm joking.
I predicted French English.
Yep.
Will be okay. Abbasid could have been an option as well. Yeah, Chinese would have been crazy, but they just feel really bad. But B obviously made them work, so good on him. And Abbasid, interesting that Abbasid is not going to be used by B out of all the 8 civilizations. Yeah. Oi, decider.
Who do you favor going in here?
I think
Terms
better
of
Civ
Civ
for B. Maybe. Mista asking for a cigarette break.
You said 10 minutes before the last game.
Yeah. Edmund is also saying no.
Oh, God.
Well, the nerves have to be crazy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, to be the biggest tournament appearance for, well, I don't know about B, but probably for Mista, right?
Yeah, for both players. Yeah. Quite easily. Like, we can look up on B. I would be surprised if he has big resume, right? Let's take a look.
He's got some results, I think.
B. Age of Empires 4, 2.5k earnings. That's pretty solid. While winning the 2 Winter Series, right? And in StarCraft, he has 11k. Actually, pretty nice. Some cups there, some $400, but yeah. Qualifying alone and getting 5k would be the biggest win for him in his career. No. But still, quite some solid performance.
Are there rules for breaks in the main event? Yeah, if you take a break, we break you. No breaks allowed.
Well, obviously, we can inform you on all breaks, right? If something technical break is happening, we will have a camera on those people. And if, like, we can at least tell you what's happening. Smoke breaks between games. I think in a best of 5, I won't allow them. In a best of 9, I will give you one. Yeah.
So, last game of the qualification stage, Nilly. 2 weekends in a row. You enjoyed yourself?
I'm just reading up. Oh god, people again. Oh, like why are people? It's wild. So am I enjoying myself? Mixed feelings. Sadly, some of the round of 6 were more one-sided than I was hoping for. And therefore, especially like last weekend, it felt like we didn't really see the full potential. But as I said earlier, I think the people that went through are absolutely crazy, and them clashing could be so good. So what those qualifiers mainly brought for me was being even more hyped for the main event. That's a yes.
Okay.
How are you? What's with you?
I am super looking forward to seeing you again. Also, looking forward to the games, of course. A lot more excited now after casting for a few weekends and watching the games, getting more into it. You know. Of course, last month for me was like all AoE 2 because I had WWC going on, so I didn't have much time to pay attention really to AoE 4. But now that I've gotten back into it a little bit, I'm way more excited than I was.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah, I know. I feared a bit at one point that you might drop down a bit, but I think games have been more diverse than I feared as well. And for example, games like yesterday, the Capot vs. Lucifron game just gave us so much. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Plus also like 2 weeks of basically no like super big games. And then all of them coming super prepared into the main event. I think we will see some strategies that I would not have thought of.
Also, I'm excited to see like Viper again, Overlay guy. It'll be good to hang out with everyone.
Yeah. Ozidrongo, Grubby, nice ones. I honestly think like the DeMusliM Marine Lord dynamic is actually going to give us quite some nice feeling there as well.
What's the dynamic?
It's like lots of banter, lots of like friendly picking on each other.
Okay.
I think it will be adding a lot. It adds like the lightness that I feared we might not have. Like I feared that some, let's assume AoE 4 gets like super competitive. There are other like major tournaments and we get like 8 Koreans there, right? That's something that I feared like half a year ago. And then I felt like, would this actually make sense? Would we not lose a lot of flair? But actually like the big names that are engaging and really entertaining made it. So that adds so much to the event as well. 11-year-old Koreans, yeah, that would have been... Just imagine. The Viper, the Muslim, and 6 11-year-old Koreans. Oh
man, it'd be a daycare.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah. 3 minutes to go till the decider. Koreans are the best. I really am happy for Linok because I think he will actually really enjoy it. He feels like so engaging and so happy and so nice in the interview that if I can pick a Korean, I don't know too many Koreans, but I'm really happy with Linok is what I want to say.
I like his style too from watching his games.
He's just smashing it. He's a
He's
smasher.
got an aggressive style. He's not
Mhm.
afraid to yeet units in there either, which
Yeah.
I always enjoy.
Yeah. Would you say Linux AoE4 playstyle is very comparable to your curling playstyle? Sending it?
Yes.
Ooh, 2 minutes to go.
What's the German mail service called? Like Deutsche Mail? Deutsche Post?
Deutsche Post, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Send it with Deutsche Post.
DHL? Actually, DHL is... I'm not even sure how common it is here. I don't know. Probably it is, yeah. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. So we see the last game of the N4C qualifier. The deciding one. Loser of this one will get roughly $130. The winner, a chance to 30,000. A chance for the share of the $100,000 tournament. Flight paid, food paid, Dave paid, hotel paid.
The opportunity to meet me in person.
You can't put a price tag on that.
No, you can't put a price tag on that.
Who pays those mods? I'm actually considering paying mods. Yeah. Smoke break paid? No smoke break paid. Yeah. Minus 5k to meet Dave. That could actually make sense. To just have them pay. Uh-oh, French against English. How do you really get control over the river? Ooh. That will be the big question here. Some players might just want to take $150 and enjoy a good weekend at home. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, especially people that have trading for this for weeks and months and have the dream to be a big esport player. They really don't mind skipping this tournament.
Yep. All right, here we go. Game number 7. We've got Mista playing as the French, and we've got 3D exclamation mark B playing as the English. Now, you were speaking before, Nilly, about who gets the dock up and who's able to hold the crossing here.
We have both players
Who do you think's
opening.
going to be the most aggressive between the two of them?
It just feels so weird to dock on this map against English because they have such an easy job of sniping you. If you get to feudal age, getting a Hulk out and the dock, you have so much control over the water though. So the approach will be extremely interesting, and I've not seen a matchup like this on this map. I think it's English just going long moment and trying to adjust. French feels like they are dictating this game.
Okay. Feels like every time I've seen English here, the other player, the other civ is docking. The English are taking out their fishing ships with longbows and outposts, and then docking themselves and adding fish after that. But to be fair, I don't think I've ever seen these two civs match up on this map. At least recently, maybe early on in the game, but not recently.
I wouldn't really remember it. 8 on food, 4 on gold. They might just play really Arabia style here.
Maybe.
Honestly. Because like docking, I don't really see the value. It just feels so weird. If you're late to feudal age, you just get so easily punished in this matchup. Maybe it's just a standard approach. Maybe they just play it as Arabia. And just the river as visual effect. And maybe some walls later on. Would obviously work out quite easily.
Okay, lots of sheep following Mista. Tons of sheep already brought into the TC from B. How many carcasses does Mista have under his TC? Not too many, right? He's got 3?
I don't know, but typically you should have like mass amount of sheep on this map. It's the map with most sheep.
Oh, he made 2. He made 2 scouts. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, but still lots of stuff following B there. Oh, but look at that, yeah. Like 4 more being brought in by Mista with those, and the other scout has another 8 as well. So he will be fine in that regard. But quite some sheep following B as well. Questions like who's benefiting more from it. Feels like the English player could play with fewer sheep as well because they could farm so much better as well. Feels like French will be pretty happy with that. And B now could click up. Relatively defensive council hall with only 2 villagers.
Okay, his gold position is pretty far forward, and if he wants to go for another one, it's quite far away. If Mista manages to lock that down at the front there, he doesn't really have any options, does he?
Yeah, the question though, B, he is English, right? Longbowman, spearman, doesn't really need gold before he really tries to go for galleys, and galleys can't really contest the hulks anyways. So I think we don't go too much onto gold on this one.
Where is that villager building this? I can't. Oh, she's there. It's like I can see her through the scaffolding
Where should I watch?
on the council hall.
It's 2 villagers simply there, no?
I know, but maybe it's my game. I don't know. I can't even see them at all.
Okay. That's very visible for me. Oopsie. Okay. Hi. That just feels like so much on the line. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a best of 1 with like close to 8 or 10k value. Yeah, something like that. It's like pressure has to be on so much.
Scout going down to the TC for Mista. So that's a good snipe there from B.
Okay, one of them scouts apparently. The one still in the crossing. Why did she lose the scouts? Oh, at the top there. Oh, well,
Yep.
only 1 sheep lost. Not the worst thing ever. And now the dog for Mista. Walls at the left-hand side by B. So now the strategic moves are starting. How are we approaching this one? Now going on to stone. So Mista actually wants to go for arrow slits towers here or what? That's really surprising to me.
He's going to see the villager over on the wall on the left, but there's 2 scouts there from B. We got the villager there to help in the attack as well, so he's basically just delaying at the moment, and of course he lost the other scout to the TC, so he's going to have to back away there. Horseman on the field there from the French player, and he's just going to use that to secure his crossing in the middle there and then start getting the fishing ships out. Or is it going to be, do you open fishing ship or do you open with...
You can't protect your fishing ships, so open with Hulk feels very reasonable. It's so costly, though, that I'm really surprised that he built that dock so early. Obviously, if he gets it, he controls it so easily. But B already walling both sides, so this is a really one-dimensional game now. Spearman already out as well, and Mista, he needs an archery range desperately as well.
He needs...
But how?
If he wants
Hulk
to get that
is more important, yeah.
Yeah, it feels like he's just banking wood right now. He's just waiting, he's waiting. He finally has 300 wood.
Click. Let's help.
Does he go for it?
I'm clicking.
Before the army gets across here?
Oh, what?
No, what did he make?
I think
He's making archery range.
Yeah, I think it might be needed. He can't really block this one off. And just felt, okay, the archers are too good. Now he can do it again. Click. I'm helping. I'm clicking. Mister.
I'm doing it too.
Click up.
Hit
Faster.
8! Everyone hit 8!
As on my stream. Not going for it. Some horsemen. House. Did he cancel the archery range? Mr. canceled the archery range. What's happening here? This feels so weird. So many floating resources for Mr.
Indecisive, it feels like. Yeah.
Yeah. Now finally a Hulk.
Okay.
4 on stone still. Is he adding a town center?
And the dock is going down.
Is it though? Don't think the dock is going down too quickly.
Okay, the horsemen are there. The dock is fine.
Even like the damage output is not that crazy of 1 scout, some spearmen. And that one Hulk is now really good. Oh, look at that. Kissing dog against that one by B. Blocking this off. I don't think this should really work though. But actually blocks off the Hulk. Can't go to the left-hand side there. Maybe this is just the dog to block it off.
The dock block.
Oh no, actually Hulk can go through.
Hulk is out, and it's going to one-shot this army here. They need to be careful. That's 2 spearmen down already. Horsemen are converging on the archers in the north. This is looking good for Mista now that he has that ship on the river. Not a lot of pressure in his home base, just a scout chilling by his gold, and he goes for the archer range again. Remember, he canceled the foundation earlier. And B is forced to retreat with his navy. I mean, that Hulk is just such a strong unit here at this stage in the game.
The Hulk focusing down all the spearmen, if that was intentional, absolutely beautiful move, because now it was only longbowmen and 2 spearmen still chilling. They could have helped out so much. Hulk now coming over, and this is a beautiful start for the Mista. Could now consider building like 2-3 fishing ships as well. Double archer range with this one. I think Mista, if he plays Feudal Age quite aggressively, he can force B to react incredibly big. Behind this, maybe add a town center, has enough stone for it. And the Hulk is constantly controlling the water. This is full control for Mista.
It's French eco behind this too, which means he's always going to have the villager lead, right? B needed to be in there doing some damage early.
Right hand side, we see the horsemen around, scout around as well. Hulk controlling area.
Oh, this is looking so good for Mista here.
Absolutely. Heavily on gold as well, and only 0 villagers on wood here for B. What's happening? He's trying to play Castle Age. Look at that. Fully on food, fully on gold.
Oh, yeah.
But can he? What's he going to do in Castle Age? How do you reclaim this area? Oh, you could go up with the keep landmark and just build it very far forward.
Where would you put it? Would you put it right on that fort in the middle?
Mm-hmm. I think.
I mean, there's still the horseman there. There's still the Hulk there.
You're
taking a risk, but I guess.
Okay, gate went down. Outpost there at the left-hand side. Not really sure how much it will matter. Tower cancelled. And what do we do now? B can click up to Castle Age. Is it going to be wild? No.
Almost to the gate, Nilly. They're
just
almost
King's
to the
Palace.
Gate.
What is happening?
King's Palace. He replaces it. He deleted it, places it again. There it is.
Okay. So going for more villagers will be double TC versus double TC. But obviously faster production for Mista and earlier there. Now double stable. Mista might commit here, although resources are looking okay for Castle Age. 40 villagers against 33. Horseman through.
Yeah, second TC faster. TC's producing faster for the French, of course. All behind this. That Hulk changed the game completely. It looked really indecisive for Mista when he had the Archer Range Foundation. Then he deleted it. Then he went for the Hulk. But as soon as that got out, killed 3 spearmen. He couldn't get anything happening. Really, really great stuff from Mista. And Mista still has the horseman on B's side. He's looking for the villagers along the edges there.
He already found one. Has to be happy with that pick off. B now reaches Castle Age. What is his approach? What is he going for? 5 on wood now. Villager production tries to pick up. Or tries to catch up. But how? How can he do it? Economy has to be worse. 1 fishing ship out. Not the most important thing, but simply having the full control of the water is so good for our player from Greece.
Does he know that Mista is on 2 TC?
Let's go into his vision.
He has spearmen on the gold.
Yeah, but
Sees the starting TC, but he doesn't know about the other one. Damn.
Well, he knows, okay, my opponent is still a wolf, by the way, finishing off the spearman here potentially. And I think with the very late Castle Age, he might assume it.
Okay, horsemen being chased away here. They're trying to pull the spearman back to that Hulk. It's still sitting intimidatingly in the river.
I think this is the game where you actually go Royal Institute over Guildhall. And just play a massive Castle Age all-in with biology for your knights. Look at that. It will be quadruple archery range, triple stable. This is a full Castle Age all-in by the Mista. Still didn't click up, though.
Okay, lots of farms being set up by B. He's trying to get his economy stabilized. He does have 2 town centers producing, but the villager count right now, 42 for B, 57 for Mista.
And
Keeps climbing, and if he goes for a Castle Age all in here and B is forced to invest, Mista's just going to remain ahead in economy.
We go
There's no
Guildhall.
downside to that.
And what's beautiful, Mista is not producing any army now, I believe. Only fishing ships. And he will build a keep next to all his production. And then everything produces cheaper. As you can see, he isn't far away from the 800 stone. We'll rush that one. Already pulling villagers. Not sure why. What's happening there?
Just really excited about it.
Yeah, does
Can't
he
wait.
think a keep costs 650 stone? Wrong game.
He's not even an AoE 2 guy.
Hulk still controlling this one. Mista had the vision that all the army is still at home. Now the siege workshop, obviously Springfield can take back the water. But the keep will be so good. And that's kind of the play that Neptune, a Chinese player that won a major tournament, made famous, I would think. Go ahead.
So we know what Mista, we have an inkling of what Mista is planning here. What can B do to stop this? Can he stop it?
Ooh, goes for Springles, goes for Spearman. Obviously tries to catch up with double town center. Not really going for sacred sites, not really going for relics. He's in such, like, time is working against him, but he can't really push either. It feels like one all in with like Spearman Springald could somehow work. He can take this area, take out the Hulk, and hope that Mista underproduces army. But Mista, look at that one. He just gets these scouting intel. No, he doesn't. She passes
He's getting
by.
veteran Royal Knight right now. He's got production coming. He's got men-at-arms coming out. He's got archers coming out. Where's the keep?
I'm shocked that he still isn't going for it. Maybe he saw the army. Springald now with the new patch doing extra damage against the Hulk. Hulk has to retreat. Maybe queuing up a demo at some point could be nice. Still shocked that we don't see the keep. Could add so much. And Mista goes for an interesting composition with Knight, Men-at-Arm, and Archers. Goes for everything.
There is more military on the field for B. Higher value for Mista. But military count 29 to 23 right now in favor of B. Obviously, economy still in favor of Mista. But B has been slowly pushing forward here, and he's got his longbows behind the spearmen. Two Springolds set up there with an outpost in front. Royal Knights, though, from Mista, looping around to that farming eco. He saw that before. He knows all about that. And if B's not careful, oh, B notices right away. Great stuff.
Oh, so good. Spearman trying to chase this one away. Knights, 230 HP. And let's take a look. They are going and continue with the raid. Villagers pulled quite nicely. B won't lose anything, but obviously quite some idle time forced.
Yeah. But still, I mean, he sends them right back again. So good reactions there from B. He saved all the villagers on the farm, saved them all in the wood. It's tricky stuff, especially when you have to be worried about your opponent pushing forward to the middle, too. Mista still with 963 stone in the bank. Nilly, what?
It hurts. It hurts.
Is he thinking about it forward? Like, is he trying to get himself a good position? Like,
why? That's not how French works.
it doesn't. I know it doesn't make sense to me.
French
Maybe he's just focused on trying to do damage. Maybe there's a lot going on.
Okay, well, he's getting some more raids, but it just feels like French. Big bonus, reduction for the prices if you have production next to your keep. And finally, the keep is coming. Felt
There it is.
so late.
Yep.
Hulk
There it
healing
is.
next to the dock. Ooh, this is getting intense. So much on the line. Remember, $100,000 tournament. 5th till 13th of March.
That
Dave
sounded
Rout
so
is the
German
caster.
for some reason, Dilly. So much on the line.
I'm not
I want to
lying.
hear that again.
Well, there's always the VOD. There's always YouTube to look up all the sets, Dave.
Okay, B. All right, villager count right now. We've got 90 for Mista and 61 for... It just keeps climbing. Like, it just keeps climbing. And he's still trying to deal with these Royal Knights at the back. Mista's done a really great job with them, distracting the attention from B. It's like, it's hard to push forward when you're always looking at the back.
Okay, let's take a look. 100 population for B, 65 villagers, 37 military, 90 plus villagers for Mista, and he's just massing up a crazy force here. Raids somewhat stopped. Spearman doing an okay job of chasing those away. No one really picking up relics. Would love to see that because it feels like this game could potentially be the late
Population count.
Population
40
140
plus.
against. And this army's coming over, Dave. Where's the answer of B?
Yeah, B has been distracted with those knights, man. And there was other knights running to the north as well. He knew they were going there, and he's running all over the place, and he left the Springolds a little bit out of position. One goes down. Not too much damage on the knights. Knights now engage. Archers are behind this. And more military on the way from Mista.
Trying to take this fight. Production's pretty solid behind this one. We now have some phalanx there. Doesn't look like enough. One Springer alone won't do the job. So much army for the Mista. He is going for the kill, Dave.
And I think Mista is going to book his ticket to Germany here with this clear up. B, he just doesn't have the eco. He doesn't have the military numbers that he needs. No production remaining. Even the villagers are firing arrows, but Mista is going to be able to clear up everything. Look at all these bodies. The knights run through to the farms, and I think it's only a matter of time before B calls it. Mista winning game number 7, and he's going to Berlin, Nilly. We will have the pleasure of meeting him in the main event.
So happy for the Mr. And also, I think he made a lot of fans that felt today was maybe a bad one for the Mr. in some regards, but at least everyone can be extremely happy on that regard. But B, a strong performance here. Could have easily made it as well. Such high level. The Mr. Second place in Genesis. He might get his rematch against the Viper for $100,000 on the line.
Yep. Mista deserves it for sure. He had an incredible performance last weekend too, making it, I think he was our final set last weekend, and I think that went to 6 games as well. So pretty crazy stuff. B showing up and putting on an insane performance, and I think this is not the last time we'll see his name involved in future tournaments. Unfortunately, he can't make it to Berlin, but we have one man going through, and it is the Greek farmer himself.
The Greek farmer himself. And yeah, he put so much into that one. We will have an interview with him after this. Crazy, crazy serious and keeping calm also with all the stuff that's happened during it. Really like a true testament to his mental strength in this.
Yep. He's an experienced gamer, right? He's had many, many years. How old is he now? Like 29 or something like that? He's
something
around
like that.
our age?
Yeah, I would think so. Whew. Okay, let's jump into the interview, Dave, and we will get the full analysis together with Mr.
All right.
Mr. Still muted. But once he unmutes and once he is back, we will have him here. And now he unmutes. The Mr. Congratulations, you make it to the main event. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing, actually. Amazing. Okay. That was a very tiring series. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I would think so, right? Going to distance best of 7 with all those ups and downs there. Last weekend, you couldn't make it and lost 4-2 in a crazy good set against Vortex. We felt that you are one of the top favorites to make it this weekend. How did your last week look like?
In the previous qualifier, I didn't have much time, so I practiced for 2 days. And in this one, though, I practiced for like 4 days, maybe 5. I mean, I made a new account on Thursday.
Oh.
And I started practicing. So I was more prepared in this one.
Okay. Well, it really paid off there. We had some wild games. For example, the game that I have to ask you about is B came up with a tower rush with Chinese. Did you ever face this? Like barbecuing of the sun in your face?
I've never faced that. I was like, what the fuck is happening when I saw the Barbican? But the thing is that I've noted to myself, you should watch out for proxy things against B. And like halfway into the game, I'm like, oh my god, he's playing Chinese, and like he usually does these things with Chinese. I should scout more. And like 30 seconds later, I see the Barbican, and I'm like, what am I doing now? What am I doing now? I was so unprepared. I thought he was going for the macro game, and he was so persistent. I thought like after I started taking down the ramps and walled the bottom, I thought, okay, I'm safe. I can make a town center now. But then he just chopped down one tree, and he was able to starting towering my second town center, and everything went downhill after that.
Were you surprised like how much eco he had behind that too?
As soon as there was a point where I stopped him from gathering deers, and I went straight behind his base to check the berries.
Yeah.
And then the gold, and then I see a second town center, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yes, 2 town centers,
And he had the dynasty too.
Yes, and I'm like, oh my god. And I thought I was slightly ahead, but then I'm like, okay, this game is kinda over, but we should at least try to see how it goes.
So sick. And then, obviously, kind of a comeback story after winning King of the Hill. You went into Mongolian Heights, English against French. What were your thoughts going into this game?
Well, in game number 6, I was betting into Mongol Mirror. That was my bet. I'm like, I can win French against English on Mongolian Height, but I don't think I can win with French against Mongols. And because I knew that he would most likely go Mongolian Heights and English, I just picked Mongols first game, and I feel super comfortable playing Mongol mirrors, especially playing mirrors in general. I really love mirrors.
Okay.
And in the last game, I just made a last moment plan. I'm like, I'm gonna rush 1 or 2 horsemen because he's gonna make longbows. I'm gonna force him to make spears, which means he needs a barrack, which means I can use that 150 wood to make a dock. And then I just need to make a hulk. As soon as I make a hulk, I can make a town center and just go further ahead. The issue is, I was spamming the S hotkey to make a hulk because all ships have it on that.
And it's A.
And it's A. And I was like, why couldn't I make a hulk? I thought I queued it for like 10 times. That's why I delayed it so much. I was like, what is happening? Where is the Hulk? Why is it not out?
I was screaming, press A, press A, press A.
and then the plan was simple. Like, if I was able to get a second town center, he would go castle age, and then he will go for a farm boom and aim for the late game. So in my mind, it was like, okay, how can I get him out of position? And the only thing I needed to do is I needed to spread his spears. I needed to make him feel like I'm going to raid him from anywhere. And as soon as he splits his spears, and I find the moment, which I found when he started attacking my Hulk in the river, I know that I can push, and I will just find a part of his army. And I will get a good engagement. And that happened.
Nice. Actually, everything happened how you envisioned it before. That's just crazy how this one, except that you confused A and S key, but okay, that happens. And then you had the second TC, the big cast edge push after you had the river. Stuff played out so well for you, and now you make it to the main event. Genesis, second place. After that, no more finals. What are your ambitions for the main event happening in 2 weeks?
Well, I'll be honest. Our planning season is starting in 7 days from now. So I will try my best to sacrifice sleep in order to practice, but I have 500 fields to prepare them for planning, and I have to do this until 25 of March, and there's a lot of work to do. But I will try my best to use all of my free time as good as possible in order to get the best practice I can get.
Sick. Yeah, I would love to hear more of you there, and well, you will prepare a lot. What is your ambition? Like, are you aiming for the whole win? Are you happy with making it to the semifinals?
Well, my ambitions, like, it was always to qualify. I promised my girlfriend I will do it.
Okay.
Anna, and
man of his word. Nice.
Yes. And from now on, I just want to provide good games. I just want to be there, meet the people. In my opinion, it's most important to meet the people, because it's such a good opportunity to meet each other. We play games together every day, opponents, sometimes teammates. Example, the Vortex and Lucifer, we were teammates in the Pro League. So for me, the goal is to meet people and provide good games. Now, what comes after that? Who knows?
So sweet. I will give you a big hug first time we see each other. Not only 2 weeks till that will happen, and pretty happy that we will have
Me
you
too.
at N4C.
Me too.
Have a good one, my friend.
Thanks a lot. That was some amazing organization, guys.
You wait for the main event.
Okay, bye. Have a
Bye,
lovely evening.
thank you.
See you later.